Right, we
I was
are.
gonna say that should make the Italian grandma happy.
All right, we are now live. We're now live and recording. So, hey everyone, welcome back to the next episode of Song of the Wilds. We are still waiting on one player to be joining us, so until that time, we'll just get through all of our announcements. Yes, we already know about the notebook. Moving on.
So weird seeing me on the stream. I'm just over here like,
Oh
I'm
my
usually
god,
watching
that's
it.
funny.
Oh yeah,
I would
for
just keep it in like a different window just to get the views.
for those of you watching, you might have noticed that we have a new face here. Acting as official observer, at least for this episode, is a very good friend of ours, Josh Dahuman on TikTok. He is actually an organizer for this tag that we are on in TikTok. Josh, do you want to give a little plug for Demi Hero?
Oh yeah, so I am one of the admins for Demi Heroes. I play the big bad evil guy. Basically, it is about demigods who actually are the superheroes and supervillains within this realm. And so gods are actually able to have some gods are able to have children. Those children turn out to generally be heroes and or the villains within the realm. So it's really interesting. We have every pantheon you can think of can be a part of it for the most part. We have Celtic, Roman, Greek, Egyptian, Norse,
Chinese.
Japanese, Chinese. We have some other ones that are be coming through. So it literally could be any pantheon you want. So it's a lot of fun. If you want to follow it, go on the TikTok, look for the hashtag DemiHero, and you'll find pretty much every single video.
And it's Demi Hero, not Demi Heroes. It's singular.
It's singular. Yes.
Yes, that apparently makes all the difference in TikTok right there.
Yeah.
It does. It really does. There's a reason. I was very specific when I created my own tag for like my human fam, and there was no other one, and now it's at 13 million views. It's very specific.
Well, with all that being said, Josh, it is a pleasure to have you as our official audience member for the episode. That being said, does anyone else have any other little announcements? Let's try to buy time until Izzy gets here.
I do. So I've been, I've been starting on Davina's cosplay. So give me 1 second.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
I got her wig all finished, and I put the feathers in it. And I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, so there might be a future episode when we're all cosplaying as our characters. So that will definitely
I
be.
know, one for Jordan because he's a dragon. One for you could probably just get like an eagle mask.
Yeah, I just need to get one of those rubber eagle masks.
Just a rubber eagle mask and like a Goku outfit.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
A gi is the word you're looking for.
No, not a gi. Literally a Goku cosplay. Just a Goku cosplay and a rubber eagle mask.
The question is the symbol going to be for Master Roshi's, or is it going to be King Kai's, or is it going to be Witz's symbol? Like, what symbol is it going to be on the gi?
It's going to be for the muffin button.
Upcoming cosplay might be happening for our lovely little campaign here. Does anyone else have any other little announcements?
I bought some of Izzy's stuff. Well, my mom did. So
It makes me very happy.
Well,
I'm gonna have a polo notebook. I'm gonna have a polo notebook. So.
Well, well, with that being said, I feel like we do need to like organically go into this plug right here. Izzy, like, we'll do this on her behalf. Izzy herself actually has a Redbubble store set up filled with actual homemade merchandise of all of our Song of the Wild stuff. We have buttons, we have spirals, we have stickers, we have art boards. For example, Carly has a lot of stickers on our official Song of the Wilds notebook because she is the official one to take all of the notes for the campaign.
Yay!
Because the rest of us are illiterate.
The rest of us are illiterate.
Look at Kiera's pillow.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Is Izzy's merch shop, like the more general shop outside of Song of the Wilds, also has a lot of pro LGBTQ merch on there as well. So that is definitely has as much worth of taking a look as well. So yeah, the website is Izzy cosplay.redbubble.com, and there will be like a little sub button there that goes right to Song of the Wilds, but you will see right away all of the general stuff as well. I feel horrible doing. So go ahead. So hit like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
I'd also like to do a shameless plug for the Instagram that we have for Song of the Wild.
Yes,
It's called Song of the Wilds Official.
Yes, we now officially have our.
It's great.
We officially have our own Instagram where we can put out alerts for upcoming episodes and any other little official things happening within the tag as well. So that's definitely going to be fun.
And it's run by me.
And it is run by Carly. Carly is the official Instagram admin for the campaign. Are there any
So that's
other...
the person that writes all my-
Not for me.
Wait, say that again?
I was like, so that's the Song of the Wild person that keeps liking all my stuff.
Yep, that's that is Estrid. Oh yeah, didn't you know Estrid? Oh yeah, didn't you know Estrid has like a huge D&D basement?
Oh, I did. She took me there. It's fine. We just didn't RP it. It's fine. We just didn't RP it in the story. But they did play. They did play.
And we have an Izzy.
Yeah.
Izzy, please forgive me, but I went ahead and did your announcement for you, promoting your Redbubble and talking about everything. I know that's normally your thing, but we didn't know when you were gonna arrive. Oh, does she have something?
Shit. Got my sticker?
No, I don't have
Am I
mine.
gonna cry more today?
I ran out of time this week. I was just saying I got.
Okay, that's totally fine.
So our Song of the Wilds official logo. We have this running gag where a previous player of our party who is no longer a party member, there was one time during a fight where he would roll nothing but 26s. And it just grew into a catchphrase of no matter what dice you would roll, everyone would just say, well, it's no 26. And then it just became the meme of our party.
Sure you rolled 28. Sure you rolled a 28, but it's not 26.
Yeah, even if you roll higher, if it's not a 26, no one cares.
Rolls a 40.
I mean, Yip still has the highest damage count of like 56 or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 53.
Fucking monks.
Because I pushed him into the fire.
Yeah, so we're gonna have new stickers / art because it's not just stickers. It should be coming this week. I'll make an official announcement on Sunday, but I may just distribute them as I finish them this week.
Hell yeah.
All right. Are there any more announcements to go over?
Also, last one. It's Avatar Month on my Patreon. Come join and you'll get honestly a super exclusive piece of art, which I will hint at. It is a magnet and a sticker, holographic sticker, to come join my Patreon. In order to get to the sticker and the magnet, it's just $5.
Yeah, $5. You can spare $5 who's ever watching this.
Yeah, if you have time to watch Twitch,
we all know you can donate. Everyone, okay, everyone. Okay, everyone, on 1, 2, 3, I want you to stare at your webcams with the most judgmental look ever. Just 1, 2, 3.
I don't think I can.
And done. Okay. All right.
I broke like a second early.
You're fine. All right. Well, if that is all that there is, let us continue with episode 14. We have 14 episodes. Oh my lord. I never thought we'd get this far. I thought this was just going to be a one-shot. That's what they always say.
Honest, I never thought I'd get this far.
And that's gonna be 100.
All right. Well, with that said, let us continue with Chapter 14 of The Song of the Wilds. Where we last left off our group of adventurous hunter warriors of the Greyblades, they had successfully infiltrated the winter villa of the Balmaris clan, saved all of the slave and servants that were being forcefully held against their will there, and they were able to actually take out Lord Callan Balmaris and... Why am I blanking on the son's name? Navarth! Thank you. Wow. Navarth and... Okay, FF Bella A2419, you get the hell out of here with buying followers and primes. You get out of here.
Did you
Is
see
there...
my reply? I put, be gone, bot!
Okay.
Be gone.
You... Okay, wow, I banned my first user.
Yay!
I refuse to have bots telling me how to buy likes and followers. Screw you. Alright, so anyway... They were
So toxic right now.
They were able to actually take out the pair of the High Elves that basically had a huge hand in the slave industry of society. However, by killing both of them, they awakened something much worse, as the body of Navarth Balmaris was possessed by Toras, basically the god of commerce in all civilization. It was one of the most hard battles that they ever thought they could ever try to pull through, and they almost didn't, because he was not getting hurt, and 2 of them died. However, in a shocking surprise, the orb holding the tiny newborn god exploded, and the god came out in full force, literally bitch-slapped the god right out of Navarth's corpse. And it resurrected the 2 dead party members, and not only that, they finally were given a buff to actually harm a god. And let me just say, that was one of the most satisfying curb stomps I have ever seen. Because
And there was Batman, and he was driving the DeLorean, and he came in, and...
So, with all that said and done, our...
For some reason, Robin laid an egg?
With that being said, our intrepid heroes finally made it back to Acheron. They brought all of the servants and slaves to safely, where they could finally hope to live a brand new life. They all got hammered in celebration of being able to not just take out Davina's estranged husband, but also free a huge arm of the slave industry. However, when they all woke up the next day, they saw that Davina had underwent some kind of metamorphosis, going from a fallen Aasimar to a full-blooded pure Aasimar. And that's where we... And that is where we leave off. And by the way, I want to give a special hello to Nuckroll7. Thanks for joining the stream, dude.
Oh, hey, Nuck. He's in the new Discord I just joined.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it is now morning. You all have just finished a very hearty breakfast. You all have officially processed the fact that Davina is now no longer a fallen Aasimar, but a full-blooded Aasimar, complete with a full set of very white, very physical wings there. They are not made of shadow. They are flesh and blood and feathers. Some of you are nursing hangovers from the massive amount of booze that you all drank last night in celebration. What?
Mainly Yip.
Yeah, Yip got the most turnt last night.
What? And Arios, I had to carry him back to his room.
Yeah, Arios was still kind of semi-flirting with you while you carry... Yeah, he was still flirting with... You were still, like, making kissy faces at him while Davina was carrying you bridal style down the hall to your room. That being said, though, you all are feeling refreshed. Some of you nursing headaches, but, it is a beautiful, sunny, cloudless day in the city of Acheron.
And you are a horrible goose.
And you are a horrible goose. By the way, I'm also going to plug an upcoming one-shot that I will do called Untitled Goose Campaign. I still have yet to think up the plot, but whatever the requirements, you all have to be Goose Arakakwa. Yeah, that's right, Josh, I'm going there.
I wanna join. I wanna join. I wanna be a druid Arakakwa goose.
I'm still.
Can I at least have credit for the name? Because I did come up with that.
Yes, absolutely. You will get credit for the name. I'm still trying to write up the plot for that one, but it may very well become a one-shot we stream sometime in the near future. But anywho, beautiful cloudless day.
I'm so excited that that's gonna be a real thing. I thought that was just a one-off joke.
You think this is a fucking game?
Yeah, it's name called D&D.
Okay, you got me there. Anyway, a beautiful cloudless day, Acheron. You all have gotten some well-deserved R&R going on right now. What are you all gonna do?
Who would like to join me outside and just do like a meditation screaming session?
You know what? The hell with it. I'll go with you, High Elf.
Hold on, really quickly. Your stream is frozen, babe.
Me?
No, it's not anymore now. It's okay now.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Never mind.
Wait, the stream is freezing?
It was. It's not anymore.
No, it was. And now it's back.
Okay, that's got me a little nervous. I don't want that happening. Frozen right now?
It's not for me. It's okay.
It's offline for me.
I think we just
Why
lost
am I
this.
seeing it then?
That's no problem. We're all having trouble.
Okay, so it's normal for me, it looks like.
It's still on for me.
Yeah.
I think it might just be you guys then.
Yeah, because like it's not there. The only one that has up right now is Will Bagel.
Oh wow, I think it might have restarted the stream here because it's saying okay, well anyway, it looks like things are kind of
Yeah, everybody just refresh. It looks like if you do that, it'll be fine now.
Yeah, guys, it's okay. If you need to refresh your browsers, go right ahead. And besides, I know I stated this before, but just to have it officially on the record, I'm recording all of this. This will be put up on YouTube once we're done. So yeah, I record all our streams. So if people miss something, it's gonna be up on YouTube the next day. So yeah, you can just.
What am I gonna do obsessively after this and watching it? Because that's what I do every Sunday night.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Okay, so back on topic. What are you guys doing?
Scream session.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm like looking at my new wings and just like, what the fuck am I gonna do with these?
Yeah, you find your. Yeah, that's a problem. You find sitting in a chair to be absolutely uncomfortable because your wings are getting in the way.
Can I like sit with them like behind? I'm assuming that we're at like a bench.
No, you're all on chair. No, you're all on chairs with backrests sitting at a small round table.
Does this mean I have to fucking stand every time I eat like any meal now?
Yeah.
You know you can't.
Nick looks up at her like, oh, to be so naive. Work.
You have to walk like a Blastoise now.
Wait. Yeah. How are you doing?
Hey.
I just made a stool.
Hold on. I looked.
Not
How do you see
Yeah.
your wings?
I I don't know how to explain it. I've just always done. You kind of just fold them back. You kind of just do it. I've never really had to explain it. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just natural.
Okay, Davina, give me a dexterity check to see if you can successfully fold your wings.
Hudge, you are slobbering everywhere. Pavlovian dog.
Oh. Okay, let me see. My dexterity is. Oh God, where the hell is it? Okay, so I got 14.
All right. It is definitely awkward for the first like 30 seconds as you just try to find that nice little like sitting position sweet spot. Unfortunately though, you do get frustrated. So in the end, you just get up, you spin your chair around, and then you sit down with the back of it now under your chin. So you do like the whole cool teacher like sitting in a chair. You can tell that I'm with the cool kids because I sit before my students sitting like this.
I use Discord instead of Zoom.
Okay, but so Davina, you do successfully sit, but it is definitely awkward at first, and you know that you do not want to keep sitting in chairs like this for the rest of your life. So you are going to have to figure out something. But we will consider this a success for now.
Success.
Meanwhile, Mistral was going to have a scream therapy session, like outside. I'm assuming in like the center courtyard. Is anyone going to join her?
I'll go.
Polo is joining Mistral into the...
I'm not that hungover, but to hell with it.
Atarax is going to join the scream session.
Who else would like to come for a meditated scream?
Yep, like backs away from you guys. Like, no, I do not have the mental capacity to hear that.
Izzy, I think I know why you're doing this. Are you planning on doing a TikTok to this scene?
Carly, stay focused.
Sorry.
There is no demi-hero in Song of the Wilds.
Demi-hero, I said a TikTok.
Hey, I already promoted it. Get back to the story.
Yeah. So Mistral, Atarax, and Polo, all three of you venture into the courtyard, which is basically, again, just to reiterate, the entire headquarters of the Greyblades is just this massive, square-shaped building that is open in the center, like a donut. So this is like a large courtyard / college quad kind of area for all of the warriors to just kind of sit around, be leisurely, have sparring sessions and such. All right, so Mistral, how do you want to do this?
You say that like we just killed a person.
Okay, so wait. We have Atarax, Polo. Did somebody else join that I did not notice?
No, it's just the three of you.
Okay, great. So I kind of like space us out about 6 feet apart, social distancing. Okay, so we're all just. I kind of lead a session over here. Okay, guys, we're gonna breathe in. We're gonna breathe out.
We lost Davina. Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Yeah. So on the count of 3, I want you to take all of the anger inside you, all of the frustration, or the hangoverness that's inside you, that you don't want anymore. And just...
I want Mistral...
We're gonna do a TikTok to this because I know that audio. I used that many a time.
I would like Mistral, Atarax, and Polo to roll performance checks.
What the hell? I actually have a pretty good performance. Yeah, I do. That's right. It's like +2, so we'll see.
I have a +10.
Ah, wait. Do I add initiative to that or proficiency?
No, this is just perform. Well, is there a? Are you looking at your D&D Beyond sheet?
Yeah.
Is there a black dot next to it?
No.
Then just your normal modifier.
Oh,
no.
That's how that works. Okay.
Yeah, if there's a black dot next to a skill, proficiency is already added. And then if it's a black dot with a ring around it, that's proficiency doubled. And but again, D&D does the math for you, so you don't need to do any thinking, which is very nice. But yeah, Atarax.
God, I hate thinking.
Atarax, what did you roll?
I got a 9.
Okay, you are actually able to like take a really deep breath in, but right when you are about to let out that scream, you forgot to actually switch throats and you accidentally switch over to the lungs that actually lets out your ice breath. So you suddenly let out this large, like, ice cube. Like, if you know the Will Sasso vines where he's just puking out lemons, that is basically what happens. You're like, huh? And then just this huge ice cube just kind of like it just kind of shoots out of your mouth and it lands like a couple feet in front of you. It just kind of plops on the ground. Polo, what did you roll?
I rolled an 11.
Okay, you let out just a normal scream. Like just a normal scream, nothing exciting or magical about it. It's not even D&D. You're just like this.
I'm slowly looking at batteries going,
Why is there even a quadruple A battery? What are those for?
I don't know.
When you need quadruple A batteries.
Izzy said that she rolled a 29.
Okay, Izzy, you actually just in the heat of the moment, you actually stand up from your sitting position and you let out a scream that actually echoes in the courtyard. There's actually some reverb bouncing off the halls, and the tree that is above you guys, all of the birds that were in it have flown away.
I mean, it's not a 26. That's all I gotta say.
So now the question is, do you guys feel better?
Existence.
I mean, I'm me. I rarely feel better about anything. So. No, I must say, well done out there. Very impressive.
Are you guys gonna do anything with the ice cube?
I'm gonna kick it away.
All right. All right.
Into the fridge.
All right. Give me a strength check.
All right.
Give me a vibe check.
Vibe check.
What did you roll, Atarax?
14.
Oh no.
All right. You kick it, and due to your great dragonborn strength, you actually send it flying through the air, and it crashes through a window.
Oh. Oh no. I walked over there.
This was on the second floor.
Is it someone's house or is it like the Greyblade's quarters?
Okay, again, the Greyblade's headquarters is like a giant square donut. So you guys have been inside the inner courtyard area. So yeah, you hit a room in the Greyblade's.
You hit Old Man Jenkins' house!
You hit old Joe.
Would I know where that area would be? Would that be like a dormitory?
Wait, Atarax, say that again?
So would I know what kind of room that would be? Like, is that the dormitory section or like storage rooms?
You know, based on like how the place is structured, because you've been here longer than anyone else in the party, you do know that the ice cube landed in the side that is not the dormitories. This one is more like offices and other like miscellaneous rooms for like record keeping and such.
It went in both ways.
I'll have to show out some of my checks in there.
Did we kill her?
That patch. Pay for it.
Okay, are you three doing anything else?
No, I just, after the kick, I just walked away. I walked away.
Okay, so Mistral...
Jesus Christ, you have so much slop.
So Mistral is walking away like, I don't know them, I don't know them.
I mean, you didn't answer my question.
I can't hear your question, everyone else is talking.
I said, is Anne Marie in there?
No.
Yeah, that's gonna get polo laid.
Oh yeah, on a quick side note, Josh, we have this NPC who is a halfling receptionist for the Greyblades who is totally crushing on Polo.
We're trying to get them to bone.
Hashtag
Get it!
Wait.
Get it! Get some of that half-like
Get
Get him! Get him!
In that.
But no, that was, oh my god, Liam, your own mother types hashtag Polo laid now.
That's the goal of this entire episode.
You know you've made it in life when your own mother supports you.
Support my D&D character getting laid. Yes, exactly.
I mean, my mom and my dad show up at my Twitch streams all the time to like just support me on there. And actually, they both made TikToks, not to post videos, just to like my videos.
That's so cute.
That is actually a very wholesome thing. I love that.
Yeah, whenever I stream, which is not often, but my mom's always there. So.
And they both follow my TikTok, Instagram as well. Like they follow like all the things.
That's awesome. Anywho,
My stepfather won't, but my parents will.
I would die if my parents found my TikTok.
Anywho, so Mistral, Atarax, Polo, are you guys doing anything else right now?
Oh, I've walked away, remember?
Yeah, Mistral has walked away, so right now it's just Atarax and Polo. Are you two going to be doing anything else?
I was following the high out, so I don't know what I'm going to do now.
Okay, so Polo leaves back. Whenever you're ready.
That sounds like something Polo-ish, so I'll do that.
like.
Liam, I tagged you in something on Instagram. I hope you like it.
Oh God. Keep the story going. Keep the story going.
Okay, so yeah, Volthric said like he did have something else to talk with you guys, but he wanted you all to get some proper R&R before you have your meeting with him. Next up, so we're gonna put the cameras away from Atarax and Polo for the time being.
Also, I can't repost this. My grandparents are on my Instagram.
You are trapped.
And the point being, grandparents
do it. You won't. No balls.
And we
You do it. You won't. No balls. No balls.
All right, so we still have.
Follow his Instagram. It's fine. My dad thinks it's hilarious. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we still have Arios, Davina, Eden, and Yip. Are you guys gonna be doing anything during this lovely day of R&R?
Yip is gonna finally push up from the table, like, okay, I have something I need to do. And he's gonna walk out and, I wanna do the thing, Evan, that we've talked about. Do the thing.
Ah, yes! All right, so you officially decided to try and do the thing yourself. All right, so the first thing you're going to need to do is gather the materials. So the first thing...
Okay.
So, what you're going to need, for this specific design is some kind of solid, metal ball, basically larger than, say, like Atarax's fist. But then you're also going to need a long, metal chain. Definitely a chain of a material that can handle the weight of the ball. So this is going to be a metalworks kind of thing, so you would want to speak to the local smith about getting these kinds of things, because just a ball and chain, are very simple things. Like, everyone's gonna have those.
Right. So I go to the locals. Is there like a Greyblade smith that I can go to that like Greyblades discount?
There isn't an official Greyblade smith. There's just the normal like smithy shops that are scattered around Acheron itself.
Right.
So you can go to any one of. Okay, so the closest one. So that's about a block away from the headquarters itself. So you're still kind of in this area of the city. Working in this smithy is a giant, very muscular, like we're talking like 20, 30 Schwarzenegger swole built, a red-skinned lizard folk. And he is...
Furry dream.
He's what?
I said furry dream.
And he's like sitting in a corner of the smith, and he's just hammering away on something, but then he just stops. And he just goes... And he just slowly turns around, gives you a hard stare, and he slowly stands up from the stool, and he is like twice your height. Like, he is towering, and he is towering over you as he just kind of looks down at you, and this guy's built like a freaking Dorito. Like, it is just like, it is like broad shoulders, and then it just angles downwards into this waist with a tail. And then he just looks down. He looks down at you and he just asks, "So how can I help you?"
I knew you were gonna do.
Never mind, that answers my question.
Yeah. I am Mandark.
I was going for Mike Tyson.
Oh, it kind of sounded like Mandark from Dexter's Lab. Anyway, so Yip kind of bows and he's like, I have a bit of an odd request. I need an iron ball, about, any balls his fist, and maybe a little bigger than my fist, and...
He kind of he leans down, and as he leans down to get a closer look, you see just how absolutely huge this guy's head is. And he's just kind of looking at your bald fist, like taking little mental measurements and such. He goes like, an iron ball. Let me take a look. And then he like stands up again, walks over to the back, and he's just going like, then just gripping in one hand, which to him doesn't seem like much. He then walks over to you and slams down this pure iron black sphere, which to him looks like weighs nothing. But this thing, I would say weighs about like,
5 pounds? 10 pounds?
More like 15, 20.
Alright. I'm gonna get my workout. Yip's like, do you have one maybe a little smaller, maybe 5-10 pounds?
He thinks about that for a moment. He goes like, one moment. And he walks over. He knows where he's going this time now that he knows where the balls are. And he grabs over, and he then brings over one. Yeah, I know what I said. And then he plants down in like the exact same kind of sphere, just as black, just as solid, just pure iron, but it's half as big as the first one that he brought out. And it's pretty clear that this one's like 12 pounds.
Oh, this is actually much better. And then would you have maybe, I want to say 20 to 30 feet of chain?
And he goes like, oh, I know what those are. Give me a moment. And he just lumbers over to where you can easily see him, and he hauls over this very long, like, coil-wrapped circle of just pure iron chains. Like, the entire coil itself is probably, like, 70 pounds.
Alright, I think this should be good. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
Oh, these kinds of chains. We sell a lot of these. We have a lot of these. So the chains only gonna be like 5 gold, and the ball only 2 gold.
All right. Yip hands him 10 gold. Keep the change.
He's oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, bud person.
And Yip picks up his lot and walks out, heading back to the Great Blade headquarters. Just kind of gonna.
I would just like you to know right now at this time you are encumbered and your movement is slow because yes, the sphere you bought was only 12 pounds. You took the entire wad of chain, which is 70.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, would I be able to get him to like maybe cut it down to like 30 pounds?
You walk back. You double around and walk back to the smithy.
Actually.
And he goes, "Oh, you forget something?"
Yeah. I just realized this is very heavy. Do you mind maybe cutting the chains down a bit?
He just kind of looks at them. He goes, "What kind of length do you want?"
I'm thinking maybe 20 feet of chain, so maybe like half this a bit.
And he goes like, "Oh, no, give me a moment." And he kind of like, he takes the chain from you. He just kind of finds that, the center section of the entire strand. Then he just reaches over, takes a giant axe, and just goes, boom. And it's
like deli meat.
Yeah, it's like deli meat for this guy. He has no problems. This guy is twice your size, and your height matches his width, shoulder to shoulder, and he is pure muscle. Just to give you an idea of how big this guy is.
He big.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and then he hands you like the left half of the chain, which is now like 35 pounds. So it's much easier to deal with.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay. Now I start heading back to the Great Blade headquarters.
All right, so you head back to the Churnicorn 20,000. You get out of here with telling me how to buy likes and views and such. You are banned.
What's up with all these bots? I've never seen any bots.
Why am I getting bots now? This
The
is...
bigger you are, the more bots you get.
I guess?
So,
But jeez.
We've made it.
We've made it to the big time. I have bots. Okay.
You can say we're having a big time rush.
All right, so Yip, you go back to the Grey Blades headquarters with your new stash of your iron ball and iron chains. Are you gonna do anything else right now, or are you gonna try and get right to the construction?
I'm gonna get right to the construction.
All right. You retreat into your room for some peace and privacy, so you can try to get this done in one go. Now here's the explanations, and everyone, you're all gonna be hearing this for the first time. What Yip is gonna try and do is create a meteor hammer, which is a martial arts weapon, which is basically an iron ball attached to a chain, and you literally just like swing the ball and like toss it at your enemy, and then you can easily like retract the ball back. I've looked it up. He provided links for me. It is a Chinese martial arts weapon. It is a real weapon of history. And Yip is gonna try and...
Cool as fuck.
It is very cool.
I'm excited about it. That sounds awesome.
So Yip is now gonna
Just take a moment.
He's not going to triple his damage, but instead he's giving himself more range with his attacks.
He's gonna have more tactical reasoning or ability to be able to change his high score even higher. He's gonna do it.
Sorry, can we just take a moment?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a way.
Wait, say that again, Carly. What'd you say?
I said, can we just take a moment to appreciate how adorable Kier's cat is?
Yes. All right, so as I stated before, here are the details. Yip. You are going to try and construct this weapon yourself. You yourself, do you have, like, smith's tools or, like, a smith box or anything?
No, I don't. Like, the closest I had was leather workers' tools.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to cut it. You would need smith's tools for
I don't think any
this.
of this iron is leather.
So that means you're not going to be able to use your proficiency score for this, and you're not going to get advantage. So what you're gonna need to do is you are going to have to create this weapon all by yourself. You yourself know what this weapon is going to look like, but it is going to take a strength check to be able to pull it off. And because you are doing it yourself, the DC is going to be just a little bit higher than if you were going to hire an actual professional blacksmith to do it for you. Now, that being the case, though, if you would have had a blacksmith try and make this for you, you would have paid a lot more gold than if you just had to buy the materials by yourself. So this is the cheaper of the two routes, but this route does have a higher risk of failure. So what's going to happen is you are going to basically spend exactly 6 hours trying to create this weapon by yourself. By the time you're done making it, it's gonna be like 4 in the afternoon. And that amount of time is going to pass regardless of whether or not you succeed or fail. So if you do fail this, you still have other lengths of chain to do this with. So that means that you can try this again, but it's going to take another 6 hours to do. So all it's going to take is 1 strength check. So if you are able to make this strength check, 6 hours will pass for you. So unfortunately, once we do this check, we're going to have to move away from you and move on to something else. Are you okay with that?
I'm perfectly okay with that.
All right. Yip, give me a strength check.
All right. That's nat 20. That's a nat 20.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah. I'm good.
All right,
The dice gods are with me today.
You don't just simply craft this weapon. You are in the frickin' zone. Like, you know precisely not just how this is going to look, but you know how the metal is going to attach to it. You know precisely the weight, the dimensions. You know everything. It's like that moment where, oh man, you just see all of the little, like, math equations, like, of temperature and pressure and how much force you gotta hammer the tools against the ball and chain and such. Like, you know everything. So, I think it's safe to say you successfully create a meteor weapon. Of course, though, it is still going to take 6 hours. Well, actually, no. It's gonna take 5 hours for you to make because... Oh, Carly. Carly, did you see what happened? Are you still there?
Meteor hammer any percent.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's up with my Discord. My internet's being so strange right now.
Well, in any case, did you see what happened?
No, I'm really sorry. I apologize.
Yip rolled a nat 20 for blacksmithing.
Holy shit!
Where's the blacksmith?
Get it.
Why is he asking for him, Mommy?
It's a blacksmith.
So,
I'll have to say though, 6 hours is awfully kind for a DM. I will have to say that's the kindest I've heard a DM about creating a weapon.
I am willing to allow anything and everything as long as it can be explained logically. Like, if you can actually plan out something from beginning to middle to end and it makes sense, I'll allow it. For example, you knew precisely how this weapon was going to be made, you accepted the conditions, and you rolled a friggin' nat 20. So yeah, instead of 6 hours, this takes you 5 hours, because you are just in the zone on making this thing. So, Yip, Anywho, Yip, you are successfully in possession of your very own iron meteor hammer.
Hell yeah.
Now, one last thing that you should know, and this is just going to come with the territory. The ball itself was 12 pounds. The chain that you're using is 35 pounds. So you have added 47 pounds to your inventory.
Alright.
So that is something you are going to have to take into account. And here's the thing. If you unfortunately hit a certain weight limit, you will be incapable of flight.
Right, I added the weight to my character using a custom item. Currently still unencumbered.
All right, awesome. So as long as you stay in that range, you'll still be able to use the weapon, and you'll still be able to fly. So you're good there.
Alright.
All right.
That's my turn.
That is Yip's attention right there. We still have Eden, Arios, and Davina. Carly, are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't see you. We just see the little loading squares moving around.
Okay, let me try it again. I'm sorry, guys.
You're fine, you're fine.
Fine.
Alright, so then until Davina gets back in, we will just move down the line, and we'll start with Eden. What is it that you're doing? Can you speak up a bit? We can't really hear you. Okay, so you yourself are also going to have to go to the local blacksmith as well. Are you just going to anyone's, or are you just going to the nearest one, which is going to be the same one that Yip went to? Okay, so you decide to take a bit of a leisurely stroll, and you head in the opposite direction. You kind of head more into the downtown area. This part of Akron is a bit more industrial. There's more like factories and such, and a lot more physical manual labor going on in this part of the city. And we have a pretty little kitty!
Yeah, this is Bubba.
You right now look like the guys on TikTok who will hold their cats and sing opera while they just look at you like...
Oh, Maria! He's just like, what the stepdad?
All right, so Eden, you go to a different blacksmith. This one is run by just a human. He's a very old human. He actually looks very elderly. He has like a huge white bushy beard. But he just has like, he is packed with muscle, and all he's got on is like a huge leather apron. If you guys ever seen the anime Dr. Stone, he looks like the one scientist guy who becomes their glass blower. But whenever he gets in the zone, he suddenly becomes like ripped. Yeah, Josh knows who I'm talking about. By the way, everyone, watch Dr. Stone. It's amazing.
I love that anime.
It's actual science.
So pretty much Master Roshi.
Pretty much Master Roshi whenever he gets into an actual serious fight.
Right.
And he's just kind of, by the time you walk into his smithy, a huge plume of steam just kind of hits you in the face as he has just now put a red-hot stone in a pool of ice water, and he pulls it out, but then as the steam clears, he kind of looks over and goes like, how can we help you out, young man? And he lumbers over to you. He's about the same height as you, but he is ripped. Oh, yeah, not a problem. Let me see what I got. He runs over to a rack nearby, and he just starts, like, grabbing long swords of different designs and such. And then he just dumps them out onto the counter before you. They're all relatively the same length, but you got your basic double-edged longswords. You have longswords that are single-edged. They kind of look more like rapiers or katanas. You have a couple scimitars in there as well. They're the same length as well. They're all the same length. There's nothing really special or magical about them. They're just normal swords of the same length of various design of hilts and metals and such. Do any of them pique your fancy? All right, so you lift up the long sword. It is very much like the old one that you had. It's the weight is nice and balanced. You can easily like balance both the hilt, right where the blade meets the hilt. You can easily like balance it on your finger. So this is a very well-made sword right here. And the old man just kind of leans over with a big bushy beard smile. And he just goes like, "Ah, that's the one you like, huh? For that one, that will be let me see there, 35 silvers." You can easily just subtract 35 silvers just manually, and it will give you your remainder. It does the math for you if you're using D&D Beyond. 35 silvers, yes.
This is the night of technical difficulties. Jeez.
Yeah, wow, I'm sorry, guys.
We thought our 13th episode was going to be cursed.
Yeah, we all thought the 13th episode was going to be cursed, but no, it's this one with all the technical stuff.
Turns out it's the R&R episode that's technically difficult.
You guys are all so used to fights, you don't know what it means to actually chill.
Yeah, bro, just like chill, man.
All right, so Eden, are you able to? Wait, Josh, you're hosting us again? Did we disconnect?
Yeah, you guys have disconnected twice, so I've had to re-host twice.
Oh my God, what is going on?
Yeah.
And it's odd because like OBS is not giving me any alerts that we disconnected, so I have no clue what happened.
It might be Discord and Twitch.
Discord's crashed for me like 2 times, and that's why I keep on like disappearing because I keep on having to restart.
Wow.
Yeah, Discord for me every once in a while, like a few of the screens will just do like the little loady thing, so I just hit my refresh so that way I can see everybody.
Wow, I'm so sorry, everyone. Next session, I'll try to explore like different software for us to use.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
All right, so Eden, you are now in possession of a brand new longsword.
I'm gonna give him the rapier. Like, I think it's time to part with this. Hopefully, you find someone that will be for you with this.
He graciously takes the sword with a small bow, and he just kind of looks at it for a moment, and he goes like, "Oh, this is a very nice sword. You sure you want to part with this? It's very well made."
I know it is very well made, but I think it's time to have it be brought to a new home.
Yeah, very well. I'll make sure its next owner is one worthy of it. And he just kind of puts it up on the rack with all of the others. So yeah, Eden, you now have a brand new longsword. Phoenix, your pet fox, kind of pops out of his bag. And he just kind of like looks at it for. And he just kind of.
That Phoenix is her sister.
Oh, I'm sorry, Axel. I'm sorry, I meant Axel.
Got it memorized.
Right down.
I do have it written down. I have it all in my OneNote.
And that's a problem.
Sorry.
All right, so Axel pops out of his little bag, and he just kind of looks down at your new sword, and he just kind of like sniffs it for a moment, and then just gives you a little playful yip like, "I approve of this sword."
Did I hear my name? You boxed his head in. Did I hear my name?
I'll give him a little, like, rub on the head and be like, thank you, bud.
Yeah, he nuzzles against you, like against your face and such. He's just loving it.
Raw, next 3 nuzzles counts as on.
All right, Eden, are you going to be doing anything else?
No, probably just gonna go hang out at headquarters.
Okay, so you're just going to go back to hang out at headquarters like a loser. Next...
Like a nerd.
Like a nerd! Next up is Arios. Are you going to be doing anything today?
Yes, and I actually just sent you a Discord message.
Oh, you did?
With a little detail.
Wow,
Not
fancy.
big deal, but little detail.
What are you, Baldy from Baldy's Basics? Wow.
Welcome
Don't
to...
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So Arios is just kind of gonna like rise up from the table and just be like, "All right, I've gotta go into town to get some supplies, so I'll see you guys later."
Oh.
Just kind of walks off.
All right, so Arios, you make your way out of the headquarters, and you actually start heading uptown, where the area starts getting just a little bit more ritzy and aristocratic and such. And you're basically walking down what is essentially the magnificent mile of Chicago, where all of the nice stores.
There.
We both used to work there.
You did.
You make your way up to one of the shops. It is a very nice looking, expensive, like aromatherapy herbs shop in there. You walk in and you're just assaulted with the sense of lavender and sage and like so many different scents. As you walk up, you see this young girl who seems to be working the front desk, and she's just kind of looking over a book at what looks like future appointments and such. And she just kind of goes, all right, how can we help you out, sir? Arios. As she quickly, like, walks around from the corner of the table, and she just pulls you into a big hug right here. Just happy to see you. Like, I haven't seen you in so long. Are you okay? How are you feeling? And she just kind of like cups her hands on your face.
I've been well, seen better days, but just working through things. You know, it's been a while. I love the shop.
Working hard or hardly working.
I'm so glad you do, and I have to thank you for helping me getting this job. My boss is one of the nicest men ever. Oh, and speaking of that, and then she just quickly, like, retreats and sticks her head down, like, through a door down one of the back halls, and you just hear, hey, just a heads up, I'm gonna take a quick 15. You can have Stella take my place for a moment. And then she just goes like, come with me. And she takes you out to the front of the shop, and you're back down, just walking the sidewalk of Acheron's Magnificent Mile. And then, but before she talks, she looks down and she sees the Greyblade badge on your chest, and she goes like, what is that? I didn't think you would ever join them.
It's not what it seems like. I know it's a whole weird situation, and basically I found, okay, they're a fun group of people, not what we're used to. I'll say that for the least. But it's a whole complicated situation, and I actually came to find you because my scars have been really bothering me, and I actually need your help taking care of them, especially the ones on my right shoulder. Well, you know everything that happened with us before.
I do. Oh, hold on just a moment. And she quickly runs back into the shop. You're left alone for about like a full 60 seconds. But then she comes out with a small little brown bag. And you can smell like the herbs and spices coming out of it. And you recognize this smell as your ointment. And then she just goes like, all right, now we can go. Sorry about that.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Actually, let's take a little walk. I told everybody else I need to go get some supplies, which I actually do. So I need to find a shop that has like some powder or sands. Nothing special, just whatever works.
Oh, I know one of the apothecaries up here have weird supplies like that on the cheap. Follow me. And she guides you a little more northwards, deeper into Uptown. You pass by so many different shops. A lot of these ones are more like for fashion and aesthetic. There's not a lot of practical shops like apothecaries or smithies and such. This is where a lot of the high-end shops are. But a lot of the hunter warriors don't really shop in this area because they know, like, none of these things are protective. They won't help you in the battlefield. After say, like, 5 minutes of walking, you come across one of the higher-end apothecary shops here. And you walk in, and it's being run by another Aasimar. He stands tall with, like, bright silver hair that seems to be in a bit of a strange adornment in what looks like not a mohawk, but he's got, like, buzzed sides and, like, flipped hair, but it's silver. And he's got, like, huge glasses on, and he's standing tall as he's, like, taking inventory for a moment. And he just kind of looks at you, like, down his nose and goes like, "Oh, well, how can I help you two out today?"
I'm actually just looking for a few different sands and powders, needing to be able to... I'm a performer, so I actually do a lot of shows with colors and different things like that I just need to be able to, you know, add some color to the powders and different things like that.
The tall Aasimar just kind of thinks for a moment. He goes like, "Well, we don't have anything sand-like, but we do have some powders in various colors that I think might be able to work." And he puts the clipboard down. He kind of retreats back into the back halls of the shop. During this time, your friend do you have a name for her?
Alira.
Alira. All right, we'll go with Alira. Alira, in this moment of, like, semi-privacy, she kind of turns back to you and goes like, "So tell me about this group. I didn't think you'd actually join with the Grey Blades. I didn't think you would ever want to join any kind of organization."
You know, it's strange. There's all kinds of... There's different races in this group. There's actually a Dragonborn and an Aasimar, two tieflings, an Aasimar and tieflings together. Never really thought I'd see that day where they were getting along, but there's actually two tieflings and an Aasimar, so...
I don't know if I'd call it getting along.
They tolerate each other, we'll put it that way.
Oh.
Make me get the get along shirt out.
You are actually with
But,
tieflings and other Aasimars? That sounds amazing! What is it that you do? Do you actually, like, venture out and kill monsters?
Well, you know me, okay? I'm mostly in the background, but it's some of the things they do is... I'm surprised. It's rather astonishing. I never thought I'd say it myself, being in a group. You know me, I like to be on my own. I don't like to go around with other people. It's weird to actually feel comfortable in a group of people. But I'm starting to feel comfortable with people.
And she just kind of she just kind of gives you a small smile, and she just kind of puts her hand on your chin and goes like, "Oh, you have nothing to worry about. Friends are fine." At that moment, she quickly, like, pulls her hand away as the tall, snooty Aasimar walks back with several small little black pouches. And each of these pouches carries, like, it's almost kind of like a makeup powder. And you see one bag has, like, red, one bag has, like, a deep navy blue, one has green in it. They're all, like, several different colors of the rainbow here. And the tall man just kind of looks at you again down his nose. He goes like, "So, do you have a preference?"
I'd like we'll say the green and the red.
He kind of looks down at it. He pushes the two bags of the red and the green towards you, and he goes like, "That will be 35 gold."
All right. And Arios reaches in his bag, pulls out... Where am I looking? Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, he pulls out his money bag and he actually hands him 35 gold.
The snooty Aasimar actually, for an instant, seems a little surprised that you were actually able to pay for that, because you do not look like you belong in this part of the city.
Thank you. All
He
right.
he doesn't say that though. He doesn't say that. He just kind of looks out. He just kind of looks past your nose, but then you pull out the gold, and he's like that's what he does. He just kind of goes like, oh, you actually can do this.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay, I had just one other quick question here. Do you have any more more kind of a gray, anything that has more of a shine to it?
he thinks for a moment. Now he actually seems to be a little bit more receptive to you because he knows that you can pay. He goes like, I believe I might have a pouch of silver shavings around here somewhere. He quickly kind of retreats into the back again. He's not nearly gone as long this time. And he comes back with a small, tiny little box of what looks like very tiny little flat chips of just pure silver. And he just goes like, this is merely runoff that I'm given to hopefully sell from all of the metal workers in this part of town. I'm willing to part with this for... And he just kind of looks at the box and goes, 2 gold.
Alright, I can do that. And Arios pulls out another 2 gold and just easily hands it to him.
He's once again a little surprised that you can actually pay. But he graciously takes the gold, both for the powder and the silver shavings. And he actually does give a small little bow. Goes, pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you. Actually, can I just kind of show you a little bit? So, sorry, no, are the other powders still out?
Are the other what?
Are the other powders still out?
Yes, he has not taken them out. What are you doing?
Oh, come on, I'm a rogue. I gotta do something here. Plus, okay, kind of a jerk. So Arios is just kind of gonna start playing his flute and dancing around a little bit like he normally does, and then I actually want to do so that, obviously is, and I'm gonna ask you whether it's gonna be a performance with that or a sleight of hand where hopefully he's, dazzled enough and Arios can snatch a couple other bags.
Considering this kind of situation, it would actually be both. Roll a performance check first to see if you actually do successfully distract him.
Oh, yes, 25.
Okay. You start playing your flute, and what did we name your friend? I'm sorry, I totally forgot. Alira, totally just going along with it because she seems to know what you're planning here. Just starts, dancing the Esmeralda dance from Hunchback of Notre Dame along with the flute. And this is just happening in the middle of the store floor inside this shop. And yet, despite the strange environment around you, the snooty Aasimar just kind of just starts vibing to it. He's actually, his hands, which were, his hands, which are normally, right here, just starts doing this. What is that? What was that?
TikTok. It's literally a TikTok for people to start vibing. And they all just put blankets over their heads and just start vibing.
I've never seen those before. I have a blanket that I could use for that.
I love that.
It's gold. It's they're all depressed, so they all want their comfy blankets. So they just all put their comfy blankets on like this, and they all just start vibing with one another.
I gotta find those. Oh, and we lost Carly again.
And Carly.
F in the chat.
F in the chat for Carly.
The cursed stream.
Okay, to everyone who's watching this right now, whenever someone disconnects, just comment F in the chat.
we got to be a Twitch stream, so every time that happens, you got to write F in the chat.
All right.
Can I see some Bible thumps in the chat?
All right, so Arios, you have successfully distracted him. So now I want you to roll a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Sweet. Oh, and nothing else. No other advantage is needed because that would be a dirty 26.
Doesn't always works.
Wait, now what was the dice? What did it roll first?
It rolled a 17. Oh wait, it's even more than that because I got the circle around.
You
So
can,
it calculates it all together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
you can still roll again with advantage. You might get a nat 20. Just go ahead and do it. See what happens.
But the 26. But the 26.
But the 26.
By the way, you can buy these stickers at these records that say it's no 26 on it.
No 26.
So
The
are
other one was a 2. We'll go with the 26.
we're going with the 26. All right. In a moment, whereas this guy is like, he's totally vibing. He's totally in on it. He actually starts to spin a little circle. The instant his back is turned, you quickly grab all of the powder that was on the countertop. You take back the 37 gold that you paid, and you bolt out the door.
Run, Leo,
Oh my
run!
god.
And then,
Oh my
and this
God.
was all done in the span of like 2 seconds. He is only, by the time he finally like turns around and sees like his store deserted, you are like already across the street.
I can't believe. Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
I'm so proud of you.
So
Your friend is like just dying in laughter at just how well you pulled this off. She's carrying like half of the bags. You're carrying the other half of the bags, as well as the little chest of silver shavings. By the way, on a side note, Atarax, I would like you to know the little box you have holding the diamond is a tiny baby mimic. So just remember that. Oh yeah, Josh. Oh yeah, Josh. We went to a jewelry store so we could buy a diamond for a revivify spell, and she has an entire clutch of these tiny little engagement ring boxes that are actually baby mimics that she has domesticated.
And they are great, and I love it. I love them.
so cute.
Izzy, I think I have your next sticker.
Just a tiny little engagement ring box with like a couple little baby teeth and a big tongue.
We need
That's
like a
that's like the same energy as my little halfling druid paladin cleric who has a displacer beast kitten. A displacer beast kitten that she she bought from the animal store guy that I created. And he's like a dwarf dude. He just thought it was a cat, and then she buys it, and then all of a sudden its extra tentacles came out and everything. She's like, it's so cute, and everyone's like, what is that? I'm like, it's a displacer beast.
You know, we actually had a displacer beast in our campaign. We had to unfortunately fight it though. That was an epic episode.
Oh no, she bought it.
a channel for like anytime someone says a sticker suggestion or thinks of it, they just throw it into the sticker channel.
Yeah, we need to make a...
That's a good idea.
I will... Okay, when we have a free moment during the bake, I will create an official merch suggestion channel. All right, anyway, back to Arios and... I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Alira.
Alira, thank you. Alira is...
Laura from Voltron, but Alira.
So Alira is dying with laughter, and she goes like, "That was amazing! You haven't lost your edge."
Why, thank you.
Now, during this time, though, she takes you down a side path in an alleyway between two buildings. And the alleyways here are much nicer. They're, like, clean. There's no litter. There's no, like, puking homeless people here. And she takes you to this very tiny little courtyard. She takes you to this tiny little, like, pocket of, like, a little courtyard that's just kind of hidden and tucked away.
And she just goes like, all right, bandages off. You need this right now.
Alright, so Arios takes the bandages off, especially on the right shoulder.
All right, and she...
All over.
All right, Alira takes out the small brown satchel that she took from work, and then she walks over to you and she goes like, I know how much this stings, but remember, this was your idea. She takes like a huge dollop of this greenish purple lotion that's just kind of like on her fingers right here, and then she starts to wipe it on the back of your right shoulder and on your arms. It definitely stings, but and you do kind of have to go like, ugh, for like the first instant, but your body slowly starts to get used to it and such, and all of a sudden you just feel this wave of just relief come over your entire right arm and your shoulder, and she's just kind of like taking dollops and wiping it all over your arm. And it's the kind of lotion that doesn't really leave traces. Like, your arm isn't purple and green right now. The lotion has seeped into your windy skin. So yeah, with that done, she just kind of pulls back and goes like, how are you feeling now?
Better. It's been a while. It's been too long.
Hey, listen, I have loads of this stuff, so do not hesitate to try and come and find me. This job that I work at, it's also kind of where I live now, so you know where you can find me, all right?
All right, I will keep that in mind.
That's good.
Yeah, like I said, it's been too long.
Oh, that's
I
good.
should get back now, though.
I should get back too. My 15 minutes are almost up. But hey, take me around the Grey Blade sometime, she says as she runs out of the alley away from you and back to the wherever she worked. We never really investigated where she worked yet. Because you're all horrible people that only think about yourselves. Oh shit, they added a new episode of Digimon 2020 according to the chat. Yes, thank you, Patrick. I will watch that tomorrow morning. All right. So with that done, we can now focus on Davina. So Davina, what are you doing?
So is Yip back yet?
No, Yip.
Is Yip back yet?
No, Yip still at this time has been working on his meteor hammer. I mean, we know that it's a success, but he's not going to be able to come out of his room until like 5 p.m. in the evening. It is right now like it's right now like lunchtime right now. So what are you doing?
Well, in that case then, I'm gonna go back to my room and had sad girl hours thinking about the nightmare I had last night.
Actually, that's a good point. Because I wanted to do this last episode and I couldn't. Can Polo go to Davina's room?
Is Polo back?
Yeah, Polo did walk back into the building of the Grey Blades proper. So Polo, you walk up to Davina's room, and you're somehow hearing like My Chemical Romance come through the door. You don't know why.
What in the hell is a black parade?
There's a parade happening. You look out the window. You don't see anything.
What does it mean to fuck like a Kennedy? I don't get it.
No. It would be, excuse me, good sir. It wouldn't be the Black Parade. It would be Helena.
Oh.
So long and good night, because that is my favorite song by them.
Fair enough.
So you hear this music being played. You know, we're just gonna roll with it. They have Victrolas in this world. So yeah, you start hearing this this loud rock and roll music that has what sounds like slightly sad wording. You're not sure, but do you knock on the door?
Knock, knock, knock.
All right, Davina, okay, Davina, do you turn off the music?
Yes, I turned off the music and I answer it.
All right, you turn.
Damn it.
Oh, damn it, Josh!
All right, I got it.
All right, so Davina, you quickly shut off the music and you open the door and you see Polo there. How do you guys interact?
Hi.
Hey.
Wow, nice.
I imagine this was a bit of a shock, but I figured, based on what we both experienced, it's time we had this talk.
All right.
So when you and I basically, well, can I come in?
Yeah, of course. Sorry,
Right.
I thought that was that went without saying, but I guess not.
Thank you. So I close the door behind us, and I say, based on what we saw after we...
No, none of that. None of that. I am dropping the hammer here.
I got in front of an Arios. I'm just saying. But
Just wait.
I basically say to Davina, I basically say, based on what we saw during that battle, us dying, I think it's important that we try to figure out what we saw.
I agree. To be honest with you, I can't stop thinking about it.
Do you think it might have anything
The
to do
image
with...
that we saw.
Right. Something
Or,
tells me
yes.
it would have been seen by anyone who had died during that. It didn't seem
I
like...
agree. I
it was
agree with that 100%.
specifically- The question is it connected to the orb?
I think it is.
Time out for a moment. Let's
I'm
actually
kinda
recap. Who has the orb right now?
That's a very good question.
Eden. All right. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, unless someone specifies, we're just gonna assume that Eden has the orb.
I mean, at this point, yeah, because he's usually like, this is mine. Because the fox is in the same backpack.
I know. He curls around the orb and it becomes the Firefox logo.
The backpack exploded. It would be in the bag of holding.
No, the backpack didn't
'Cause
explode.
The backpack exploded.
No, it didn't.
Oh, I thought it did.
Well, green fire came out of it, but the bag itself was still very much intact.
But when we had the fight, though,
First
you
episode.
said that the backpack exploded on Arios' back.
In green fire, fire exploded out of it, but the bag itself...
Oh, I did not catch that.
Everybody knows green fire can't hurt the bad guys. God.
You know what? Disney logic, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because every villain is lime.
Every villain is lemon.
Every villain is Sprite. Anyway,
This campaign is in unacceptable condition!
Alright.
Oh, my first cosplay Marcy.
I gotta be honest, Evan, I kind of forgot all the stuff that happened in that
Okay.
sequence.
Okay, so to give you guys a brief recap, Toras in Navarth's body basically curb stomped all of you when he got in the middle of your group and he used chain lightning. And unfortunately, Davina and Polo missed the deck save, so they got max damaged. And unfortunately, they were put in an unconscious/death state. For the sake of plot, we say that you actually full-on died there. You weren't unconscious. You actually died. However, instead of death being kind of normal, you both found yourselves in a grassy, open field, and it was just grass plains for as far as the eye can see.
It was the Windows Vista like background.
It was the Windows Vista background. Yes, that's exactly where you were, but there were no hills. It was just flat.
Right.
And you guys were met with a hazy figure who didn't really seem to have a physical form, but you can make out by its outline that it was vaguely humanoid, but it seemed to be made of some green, smoky energy with bright blue eyes. And it simply asked you, like, do you want to keep fighting? Because there's still more to do. And he opened up a portal that basically would have had you go back to your bodies.
Okay. That's all we need to know, right?
That's all you need to know. And then you accepted his question to go back and keep fighting, and that's when the curb stomped against Toras happened, which was amazing.
Right. Well, first things first, I think we made the right decision to come back.
I agree. But to be completely honest with you, Polo, that voice sounded way too familiar to me. to be... Like, it sounded like I've known it. Like I've heard it before.
I wonder, and go with me on this, I wonder if your metamorphosis is connected to it somehow.
Oh, you mean my transformation?
Yeah, I saw it as a metamorphosis. I go by butterfly metaphors.
Sure, why not? I'm full being a butterfly. But, I don't know, because this all happened because we killed Callan, who's the one that put the brand on my back anyway. So, really, I don't really know if that has anything to do with it.
No. Is there any type of check I could do to maybe...
It could.
I'm sorry?
Is there any type of check I could do to maybe get Polo's mind running or something like that, or give us some clues?
In this case, not necessarily. I mean, you remember vividly what happens. You don't really need to do a check for that. Plus, death, when you die and come back, that sticks out in your head. You don't really need to do any kind of check.
Could Davina do an insight check on the voice?
In this case, you know what? Yeah, you can do a history check to see if it's a voice that you've heard before.
Well, she already knows that.
Well, let me do it. I got 14.
All right. Unfortunately, at this time, all you can ever really make out is not so much the sound of the voice or the words that it used, but as it spoke to you, you guys remember that the aura that it gave off was very calming. Like, whatever that entity was that you saw in that in-between realm between life and death, you felt like you were at peace. Not like the kind of peace where you felt like, oh, I'm dead now, I don't have to worry about anything else now in my life. It was peace like, everything's going to be okay, we can still do this.
Hello, I think, and go with me on this, it is very connected to the orb because we felt that before. And it was green fog. And it's made us feel calm before.
Right. And where was that again?
So I don't know if it has anything to do with... I'm sorry?
When we felt calm before.
You recall that anytime the orb itself was feeling happy or at peace with its surroundings, as you guys kind of played with it and cared for it and such, it would exude an energy that gave you a feeling of just affection and peace.
Okay.
And both of them are green, and both of them had green smoke, so there has to be a connection there somewhere.
I'm starting to wonder. No, that wouldn't work. Because
Starting to wonder what?
None of the information we had was useful. I was thinking about going back into the... I was thinking about sneaking back into the church.
Why would we want to go back to the church if they tried to kill us at the church?
I could sneak in, disguise myself.
You could try. You could try. But the one question I have that's been on my mind for a minute, why would Toras want the orb, and why did he call it a newborn?
Well, I gather something is changing up there. As far as I can see, that our current creature that we're babysitting, as it were, is probably the next step. At least that's what I would gather.
And the one sentence that stuck out to me was that you can't kill me as much as you can kill an idea.
So what's the idea?
That just sounded strange to me when he said it. I don't know what the idea is. Maybe he was referring to himself? But that would make no sense because he's a god.
No, but the worship of gods is an idea. Religion is an idea.
That's true.
The DM is smirking.
No, I'm not smirking at that. I'm finding other like background music, and I found some very nice choices.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it Silent Whisper because we're alone in my bedroom? I'm sorry. I wanted to make one joke about it.
The hashtag just says get Polo late. It didn't specifically say with who. Anyway.
Arios is like,
Get Polo late immediately. I've been waiting so long.
Hashtag get Polo late.
But back in character.
Yeah, back in character. Back in character.
This all goes back to the church attacking us after those deities and the word usurper. Obviously, this creature is not liked by the gods. Our job isn't done. If only we knew where we're supposed to take this orb. Every time we get close to finding a place to take the orb, it's never what we're supposed to be looking for. And she's gone.
And she's gone.
F in the chat.
F in the chat, everyone.
So you think that it's gonna be safe at the church?
No, not that.
I'm sorry, can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, I'm gonna turn my Discord on and off because you all are coming out like robots and I can't stand a word.
Maybe we should
Can't
take a break.
understand it.
Actually, guys, this is a very good chance. Let's take this moment to take a quick little 5-10 minute break, have pee breaks, get snacks and such, and we will get back on this topic after the break. So we will see you all.
We need ads. We need ads.
We need ads, yeah.
We need sponsorships.
We need ads.
All right.
Like NordVPN.
VPN and Uniqueso and Izzy cosplay Redbubble. Ad rolling. Go.
All right. We'll see you all later, guys.
Lincoln predicted his own death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm into all that.
Yeah.
So what did I just walk in on?
The fact that I just made everybody feel old by saying that.
We are, and then weird, creepy things, and.
Hey Evan, do you want to feel old?
I always feel old, but okay.
I was born after 9/11. That is my go-to phrase to make.
Well, look who just got disadvantage on their next roll.
You guys want to hear a cool fact? Al Capone actually used my old house as a safe house.
No shit.
I remember you saying that.
Oh, that's
when
right.
We were doing that
Chicago.
campfire story.
That makes sense.
Zoom call.
Yeah, it's so haunted that like literally I never wanted to sleep in my room because it never felt like my room. And I would wake up and my toys would be rearranged on my like blanket.
We don't like that.
And I kid you not, one night I saw one of my dolls' heads move.
So on the subject of gangsters, I always like to drop this guy. So on the subject of gangsters, because Carly reminded me of this, another little fun fact. It's Hobbs! And he gave us some 10 cheers. Nice, dude!
Yay.
On my father's side, my grandmother's cousin is Clyde Barrow of Bonnie and Clyde.
Wow.
That's fucking sick.
I have blood relations to Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh,
It really do be like that.
I think I fixed the problem of my computer.
Oh!
I think we should be okay.
And the Academy Award goes to La La Land. No, wait, no, it's Moonshine. Moonlight.
So my grandmother, my mom's mom is full Greek.
That's right.
And she was born in Sparta, and her name was Sparta. So Sparta Kendros was her name before she married my grandfather. So I'll say I was related to Leonidas and prove me wrong.
That's cool. I forgot, but my mom just brought up that my grandmother was friends with Jimmy Hoffa. I forgot about that. So.
Oh my god.
There's a very small chance.
I actually, on my grandma's side, have a relative of one of the guys that went with. God, why can't I think of his name? Johnny Depp, Public Enemies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I love that movie.
There was a guy nicknamed Red that actually was in his gang. That's a family member.
It's not Whitey Bulger. That was the other guy Johnny Depp played.
Oh, I mean, I don't have any, like, gangster stories, but my mom, she used to work at this comedy club as a waitress, so she was able to meet and actually kind of befriend a lot of comedians. And one time while my sister was really young, she got one of them to call her because he was a voice actor. He was Mr. Crocker on Fairly Odd Parents, so she got him to call my sister as Mr. Crocker.
That's amazing.
And that's just like one of the best stories that we have.
In college, my mom was friends with Jane Lynch. She called her Little Deb.
Nice.
My stepdad worked on the Green River killings case. He's one of the firemen. They take the bodies out of the river.
Oh
The
my
Green
God.
River is literally only an hour away from me. So I drive by it on the way to visit my parents like every other weekend. So I drive by the river where they found all the bodies.
Jeez.
Oh my God, that's insane.
I once impressed Dan Povenmire on Twitter.
Ooh.
All right.
Also, my priest, one of my former priests, actually did his confession before he was caught.
That's insane.
But because of priest and like personal like confidentiality, because the guy didn't actually like admit himself as it, like he just said like I did these killings. Because of the whole priest like confidentiality thing, he literally in the separation of church and state, he couldn't really turn him in because there was no physical proof. He just said like I had to kill it. I killed some people and want my soul to be like friends and stuff, and so like he did the. But yeah, he didn't know it was that guy until after he was caught and put it in the media.
That's insane.
Jeez.
Metal shit.
I like summed all of the stories I have
Anywho, hey guys, we are we are back on Song of the Wilds. Had a nice little break, getting some pee breaks and getting some snacks in.
My computer, hopefully.
You know, Carly. Try going about it the other direction. Use Discord on your phone, and then just use your.
I tried that, but you guys said you weren't able to see me.
That was with your phone?
Uh-huh.
Huh. Okay. Then we will try this way out then. No, you're fine. You're fine. All right. So yeah, we're picking up where we left off. Polo and Davina have been trying to just wrap their heads around the sheer massive pile of what that they have that they've been put through.
Hello, I'm really sorry. I didn't hear a word of that. I'm kind of spaced out. Can you just repeat everything that you said in the last, 5 minutes?
Well, essentially, the idea is every time we get close to finding out what we're supposed to do with this orb, we never get the chance, and it's frustrating, and...
I agree. And the shitty thing is, we can't even ask the orb because it doesn't really comprehend.
It's a newborn.
Yeah. I mean, we know that for a fact now, that if the god of commerce called in a newborn, it's a newborn.
And there was nothing in the church to tell us anything about what this orb could be.
I have a crazy theory.
I'm all ears.
What if it's a new god? Like one that they've never talked about.
Seems to be that way.
And what if that's why all the other gods are pissed at it?
Then who was the god that talked to us?
Well, that one was Nord. But then we also got talked to by the god. Well, okay, the god that talked to us first was Nord. And that's the one that's called me and Eden usurpers.
No, the one that we talked to when we died.
I don't know. But the voice sounded familiar to me. And it's weird because even though it's an owlbear, and owlbears presumably can't talk, I feel like it might have been him.
At this point, I'd say anything is possible.
Even though we've heard the orb talk, and it's an owlbear, so I don't know.
And saying that you can't destroy an idea. The idea...
That's the one sentence that, stuck out to me.
The idea of a god is belief, is religion. Something tells me the way that we're being pushed, we're going to have to destroy the church.
Y'all going to hell.
Yeah, let's just burn everything.
Just while you guys are having this chat, this big black woman just walks by her room, just going, "Y'all going to hell."
I'm gonna pray for y'all.
We'll give you $50. Where that motherfucker at?
I'll go say a confession with Father Brown after I do this real quick. I just need to do a couple.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Burn down a church.
I'm not saying burn it down. But clearly that church is under the foot of some very dangerous beings. And something tells me that its existence puts... But something tells me that its existence puts in danger the life of this orb. And whatever change is supposed to come with it.
They called it one big clog in the clock that I'm assuming is the world.
At this point, I just don't have any more ideas. I'm not saying we should go and burn down the church. I'm just saying we should be prepared for something to happen.
Before we leave, Polo, can I talk to you about something that was very personal?
Alright.
So I had a nightmare when I became an Aasimar, and in case this has any relevance to what's going on, I just want you to know, Navarth was in my dream. And all of his wounds were there. And he was like his older self before all this crap with me, with them finding out I can't have children happened. The way he spoke was gentle. And I don't know if that means anything, but it bothered me, because I'm not used to that.
Unfortunately, I just don't think we have any leads right now as to where we're supposed to go with this. Right now, all I can imagine is that the church is going to be a problem.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Anyway,
Okay, thank you, Michael.
all I see right
Yeah,
now.
thanks, Michael.
Mistral says that.
Like, Mistral is like so many rooms down the hall, and she's just doing her own thing, and she just goes, "Thank you, Michael." Like,
Yeah.
like just
Sorry, I
like
guess
just
that
a
has like the main power box in my basement, so we just wanted to make sure that it was working. I
Like-
apologize.
like just some weird Tourette's that just happens.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
I call myself too. My last name was Combs. Anyway,
Anywho,
I'm sorry. Please continue.
all I can say is that the church doesn't want this orb, and we're right next to the church. And frankly, gods are starting to actually attack us now.
Yeah, that's concerning.
While we carry a god, I was just trying to make money.
Money. We should probably go and check on our stuff that's still on old Joe's ship, and you also have to get ready for that date.
Probably.
Yeah.
If the world is going to be destroyed and religion is about to die, I might as well try to have a date.
that is
Might
the
as well
most
try to get
mood
laid.
line I have ever heard.
Might as well try to lay pipe.
Well, that and put it on a shirt.
You can have that one, Izzy. If the world is being destroyed and religion is about to die, I might as well go on a date.
Ah, yes, the song of
Write that down. YOLO.
I make Hallmark cards, thank you. Anyway,
that's what they had you do in prison.
yeah, exactly. They were making license plates, I was making Hallmark cards.
He was like, you were the one sensitive one. I knew it.
All right, so are you two going to be talking about anything else, or
No.
you ending it here? Okay. You guys have spent all your days, or all of today, doing kind of your own thing. It is now evening time, and then all of a sudden, just down the hall, Yip's door just bursts open, and he's like, "Eureka!"
I've done it! I've created life! It's alive! It's alive!
And all of you hear this crash down the hall. So all of you exit your rooms, and you just rush over to see what the hell is going on. And you see,
What the fuck?
and you see this, and you see Yip with some frazzled feathers because he's just been doing this nonstop with no breaks and possibly no food.
Blind only.
Like, he was just doing this through pure sheer willpower. And you see, being held in his hands, what looks like a long length of pure iron chain with just this huge black iron ball at the end of it. And you can actually tell, for someone who doesn't really have any smithing supplies, he actually did a pretty legit job making whatever this is. And it is storming outside my window. Holy crap.
That might be why. No, it's pretty windy out. That might be why my thing is being strange.
So yeah, Yip, what are you doing?
I've done it. I've done it. And I just kind of somehow radiating light does not be. I've done it.
You've done what, Yip?
It.
What is that? What is it?
I've done it. Your mom. I've done your mom.
My mother is dead!
Okay. Here's what I want to do. I want to try and do a little flourish with my meteor hammer. So roll performance. Basically.
Roll performance. Disadvantage. You are in a tiny hallway.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Disadvantage. I'm fine with that. That is. That's a 4. And I'm also like insane right now.
Roll again. You have disadvantage.
No, that was my I got a 19 and a 3 on the dice.
Okay, so everyone is gathered around your doorway as you just start swinging your chain, swinging the chains, swinging the chains, swinging the chains. That is the greatest movie ever. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Evan, when are we cosplaying as Ling and the Chosen One?
When are we? I want to do those two. Anywho. So yeah, you're swinging the chains. However, you have miscalculated just how big this hallway is. It is not. And unfortunately, in one of your swings, the ball glances off a wall, launches itself at another, hits a ceiling, and then all of a sudden, it just gets Arios just right in the stomach.
Can I rush down and make sure Arios is okay?
Arios,
make sure your boyfriend's okay.
Yeah, Arios, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, fine.
And you are knocked prone because literally for a wind Aasimar, it's very difficult to have a wind Aasimar's wind knocked out of them, but somehow Yip was able to pull it off.
I knocked the you out of you.
He knocked the you out of you.
Okay, I'm gonna cast, because I don't think we're gonna do any combat in this episode, so I'm not worried about it.
You don't know
I'm
that.
gonna cast Healing Hand. I don't care. We got another healer, we got a cleric, it's fine. I'm gonna cast Healing Hand.
Okay, you press your hand down on Arios' stomach, and Arios, you feel the wind enter you again as you just start inhaling very loudly and hard Kirby style. And like it kind of causes like a tiny little cyclone in the room, and everyone's like clutching onto like their necklaces or other little baubles they got hanging on. But the good news is you are able to regain your breath before you accidentally swallow anything. And you're back to full health, so you don't feel the pain anymore. You don't feel the impact. You're at 100%.
I have to protect my rock.
Yeah, Jim kind of like reels it back in, but he's like, I did it! I'm sorry that I hit you, but I did it!
Let's practice that outside next time, okay?
But I did it!
Yes, you did.
Yep, I'm proud of you. I thought perfect scenario, perfect area for you to practice. Keep going.
This high elf just doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
No.
Is he? I'm sorry, Mistral was in her room getting high, so she doesn't care.
Oh, it is. Oh, she's just hotboxing in her room right now. Like you can.
Like no, I'm not even there, and all of a sudden after I hear that thud, I open the door, and it's just
a puff of smoke.
Yeah, this one random hunter walks by your room, and all of a sudden he just kind of goes, "I'm hungry, I don't know why."
Contact high.
All right, so it is now like about 5 p.m. in the evening. You guys, if you wish, you can all like go to the mezzanine level to collect dinner and such. It's about that time.
Get food
Oh,
off.
isn't your day in like 3 hours?
No,
She said that she gets off at 8.
No, she said that like the day after tomorrow, like in 3 days' time when you guys started your journey, she was gonna have like a whole day off, and that's gonna be tomorrow. So you guys still have the rest of today to yourselves. I might have fudged that math, but for the sake of plot, we're going to say that the official date day is tomorrow. So you guys still have the evening and tonight to yourselves. So now that you guys are all collected in a single group again, what are you all gonna do?
Okay, so let's plan the date.
All right, so you all go. Oh,
I was gonna go up to Yip and ask him if he can teach me how to fly.
Oh. Well, of course, I'd be happy to.
Really? I mean, it's kind of late now. Do you think that's...
oh no, the
that's
sun
okay?
is still up. It is like a beautiful evening.
Okay, wait.
It hasn't even. It's close, but it's not touching the horizon yet. You're fine.
Gotcha. Would you mind? I'm
No,
sure Atarax can help Polo plan his date. I mean, he's the one that helped him get it.
Yeah, and Polo can get it.
Oh, wow.
Hashtag get Polo laid.
No, it's hashtag get Polo laid now.
No, I'd love to. I'd love to help.
All right. So is it just the two of you?
You okay, Izzy?
Just the two of us.
You guys keep freezing.
Wait. Izzy, what'd you say?
I said everybody keeps freezing and I have to keep leaving and coming back in.
That was happened to me earlier, and then I had to reset my entire computer.
I moved over to my tablet. It's pretty clear now.
You know, am I in the story right now?
You're with the main. You're right now with the main group, while Davina and Yip have just kind of walked off to do their own thing.
Okay, I will stay with the main group. I will be back in a moment just to restart things to see if it solves it.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. So we'll take this time to focus on Yip and Davina. So, Yip, how are you going to teach her how to fly?
Alright. Gosh, normally I have a nest to kick you out of. He's kind of thinking back to how he taught his son how to fly. Okay.
There's a rope.
Now you've got it making me have the fucking feels, and I can't.
This is bringing him back. He's like, all right, hey, maybe I can break a few less bones than I did with Donnie.
Oh my god!
All right. Now I have to actually think of how he'd teach her. All right. So he kind of gets in a bit of a stance. And he's like, okay, so you obviously kind of want to stand, and he like spreads his wings out. Now the trick to fly.
Wait, hold on. Where are you guys? Have you moved?
Outside.
You're outside. Okay.
Yes. We moved
Sorry,
outside.
I kind of assumed that was known, but I wasn't.
Yeah, we went out
I
into
wasn't
like the courtyard where they had their screaming match earlier.
Yeah.
So Yip, he's like, okay, so obviously first you're gonna wanna expand your wings, and he kind of like his wings shoot out at its full wingspan. Can you do that much? I know you were having a bit trouble controlling them earlier.
Okay. And then, do I have to roll for that, Evan?
Not to extend your wings. You can do that easily.
Okay.
For you, it feels like you have a second pair of arms coming out of your back. So you basically just have to stretch your arms.
Okay, so I spread my wings.
Yeah, it's a bit weird teaching someone who hasn't had wings all their life how to use them. It's a bit odd. But anyways, so the trick to flying is simply, well, to put it lightly, flatten your wings.
Hard work, perseverance, and hard work. You said hard work twice!
The secret of flying is to aim for the ground and miss. I will give advantage to whoever knows where that quote came from.
Storks?
No, older.
Okay. Older? Chicken Run?
Older.
I was making the Chicken Run reference.
Yeah.
Airplane?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, it's from
It's like
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh shit! I'm watching that right now. Actually,
it's
Which one are you
it's
watching?
like falling, but with style.
Hi,
Wait,
Story! I cosplayed Bo Peep.
Which Hitchhiker are you watching? The old BBC TV show or the movie with Alan Rickman? Okay, good.
So, I flap my wings.
All right. Okay, now for this one, because you actually are trying to flap your wings, Davina, give me a dexterity check.
Okay. I got a 12.
Yip is kind of like, if she like gets above the ground, he's gonna stand behind her like a father helping their child ride a bike.
All right.
Wheels.
So you tried to flap your wings, but the problem is your wings are just stretched out the entire time. So you flap up and your body kind of goes into the air, but then when your wings like go this way, it pushes you back to the ground. So you're just kind of hopping right now.
Am I doing it? Is it working?
Yip kind of puts his hand over his beak, like trying to stifle a laugh.
You're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie.
I love it so much.
Yip kind of like steps in front. He's like, okay, next. Okay, you've also got not only flap, but also kind of flex your wings to where you're not pushing yourself back down, but instead, like, you push yourself up and then simply let your wings more or less slowly fall back down so that you aren't exactly pushing yourself back down, but instead hovering back down, and then you're able to push yourself back up again.
Okay. Do I have to do another dex save for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I floating?
Oh, this one's got a 19!
You give yourself just one really good flap, and you launch yourself like quite a few meters up into midair.
Yeah!
And you kind of like hovers below her, like ready to catch just in case something bad happens. All right. That's pretty good.
all right.
Yeah, all right.
Alright.
All right, so keep going.
All right.
What is that? I appreciate that.
Let's try going a little higher now.
Okay. Do I have to do another dex save for that, Evan?
Yes.
Oh.
What happened?
I got a 7.
you kind of never really anticipated how much power it takes to keep your wings flapping. Your right one is already starting to feel a little sore. And that one is starting to flap a little slower while the left one's normal. And now you're just kind of starting to, like, tilt to the right a bit. Josh, what are you doing? What are those?
He's scoring my flying.
Oh.
Like an ass.
So yeah, Carly, you're starting to list lazily to the right a bit.
Okay, let's try heading down now. Maybe take a little break.
Okay.
Roll a dex check, Carly. You lose your focus and you plummet straight to the ground.
Can I take a reaction to try and like soften the fall a bit, like kind of grab onto the ankle, like, well, to try and slow the fall just at least a little bit?
You can certainly try. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Hell yeah. That's a 9.
You quickly grab her ankles, and it does slow her for an instant, but she's still falling, and you fail to take into account just how heavy she is. And she slips out of your grasp. So that moment of you holding her does slow her fall a bit, but she still plummets and hits the ground.
Have to do any damage for that?
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm fine with that. That's not much.
Alright, that was pretty alright for your first time flying.
Oh, we'll keep practicing.
Yeah,
Alright.
we'll keep practicing.
All right. So with that being said, we will now turn our focus, unless you guys are going to be joining them, to the main group that didn't split. Okay.
Let's head back to the others.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think that's a good idea.
The others are right now having their dinner at their classic usual table. Axel is standing in the middle of the table with his own little plate of little meat scraps and such, and he's just happily gnawing away on it.
Love him so
Do we
Baby.
have are we the table, the ones that we have How I Met Your Mother, where we kick people out of the table
Yes.
Yes.
so we can have the same table?
Yes, these are. Yeah, you did have to kick out a couple of other Grey Blades to get your usual table back, and they seem to actually listen to you because you had that one Red Star quest.
Hey guys, we're Red Star. Get out of our chairs. Or else-
Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Oh.
get off
You're
our
not-
table. Get off our table, you slifer slackers.
Straw just really tries to pass off a deep
Oh,
authoritative voice.
Oh man, everyone gives Yu-Gi-Oh! GX such a bad rap, but it was the one Yu-Gi-Oh! Series that actually followed the rules.
Yeah.
Rules? Screw the rules. I have money.
There's rules.
All right, so you guys, you are now all once again collected as one big happy party, sitting at your table. You got your food, you got your ale. This ale doesn't quite get you as drunk as what you had yesterday, but it does give you a night. Yeah, you've learned. But you feel a nice little burn, as you have it and such. As you guys are eating, there seems to be a bit of a commotion behind you. And you see off in the distance, in the mezzanine, on the far off side, standing out compared to all of the other, old grizzled warriors and hunters of the Greyblades, this one, gnome who is dressed in, a black fine suit and a tie. He's got, an actual black fedora. He's got, a little briefcase, and he goes,
No, not a fedora.
No, you're thinking...
Frank Sinatra!
No, he's wearing a fedora, not a trilby. Trilbies are bullshit. Fedoras are actual nice, classy wear. I will fight people on that.
Lady.
Don't mistake the hat, or you will
Euphoric.
be looked down on.
So you overhear this one gnome who is just like trying to approach random people, and he's getting all like flustered and such, and he's like just like pounding the floor with his annoyed little feet. He goes like, "No, I am trying to find Miss Balmaris. You will help me find Miss Balmaris right now."
Not done yet, are we?
Can I drop kick him?
Wait, maybe he's here to give her a bunch of money.
That's why I said I mean tap him on the shoulder. I don't know
That's
if I
a good
can
point, actually. So
Come on, guys.
I approach him. I say, I'm Davina, I guess, Balmaris. How can I help you?
The little gnome just kind of like turns around, and he's only at like your knees, so he like looks right up at you. He goes like, matches the description. All right, pleasure to meet you, Miss Balmaris. I am Ivan.
Why?
I am Ivan for.
How do I match the description? I look completely different.
That is true.
Don't question it.
You just have a different hair color and more healthy skin. That is literally the only difference. You're
Matches the description. A bit of a bitch.
yes.
Here's a butterfly.
I am a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
She goes like, very well, Miss Balmaris. I am Ivan IV. I have been assigned to actually speak with you. May we have a moment?
You look great. You've been doing a juice cleanse.
That's totally fine.
Very well. And he just kind of looks at the others. Are these your companions?
Yes.
Very well. They will act as witnesses. And he just kind of pushes past all of your knees, just to go to a random table. He's very pushy for like this old gnome in a nice black suit. He struggles to get up on a chair, sets down his briefcase, and he pulls out like a whole bunch of papers. So,
Is this the well?
I'm not sure if you've heard, but Lord Callan Balmaris and Lord Navarth Balmaris have met an untimely end.
Oh no! That's so
I knew you would all respond like that.
Cut to animated Kirk while hearing like.
Like.
I really loved him. Oh shit.
There's the granny right there. Or the Emmy.
Can you tell us how their life was ended in detail?
Yeah, please.
In
you fill us
great
in.
detail.
Explain to them in in exquisite detail. My name is Jeff.
Yeah.
Guys, you're not supposed to make him laugh that much.
I think we killed him.
Oh, my head
I
hurts.
22 Jump Street, so any chance I get to make a reference to it, I will.
Oh, ow, my head. Okay, we're gonna be changing characters. This time, Volthric will be played by Ice Cube.
I appreciate that.
But then he just goes like, no, unfortunately those details were not divulged to me. I am merely the family attorney, and I am here to make sure that all assets are in their proper place. Now then.
How are we supposed to know that what you're telling us is true, that they died, if you don't know how they died?
All I know is that they died. The manner of their death is of no concern of mine. And he just kind of waves his hand at you because you're not the important one here.
Little do you know, sir.
The prince died.
So that, he doesn't care. His work is only for the Balmarises. So he goes like, so, now then, and he just kind of looks over papers. Now then, it is my understanding that, that you were, the married wife of Lord Navarth Balmaris.
I mean, yes, I was. Uh-huh.
Yes.
And this was a marriage that was not affected or annulled in any way? You were still very much married?
Yes, we were.
Till death do us part.
Very well then. And he just starts to flip over papers. Well, I am not sure whatever convinced them to make such a decision, but it is my understanding that Lord Callan Balmaris and Lord Navarth Balmaris, may they forever rest in peace, unfortunately, neither of them have ever actually taken the time to write a living will and testament should the event of their demise ever take place. So then, it has come so, with that being said, I am here to make sure that all assets, like I said, are in the proper place. Miss Davina Balmaris, it is my understanding that since your marriage with Navarth was never once annulled or affected, or there were no stipulations for the marriage in any way, you are hereby judged as the next of kin. Therefore, the entire Balmaris estate, company, and all of their assets now completely fall to you.
Guess we can quit this job and start a business.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me I get all of their money, houses, all their shit?
A number. Get a number.
She receives all of their assets, 100% of their assets.
How much would that be?
Unfortunately, the numbers of exactly how much finances they have, I am not privy to those details, as all of their finances are taken up in various banks and stocks and such. So the exact numbers, unfortunately, are lost to me. However, as things stand now, since they have no clearly made will and testament, since you are designated the next of kin, you are now the current title holder to all of their assets, estates, and finances.
So
It is, and I quote, a fuck ton.
So what you're saying is the house is hers.
All the houses.
Houses are hers.
They had one for every season.
I look over at Davina and I whisper, I think we may have found our next clue.
I mean, no.
Yip turns to Miss Strahl and says, I guess we didn't need to steal all that stuff from them. We could have just waited.
Hey, it's better to do it than not have it at all.
Can I
That's
ask
fair.
you for a favor, sir?
Yes, how may I assist you, Lady Balmaris?
Since they were practically in charge of the slavery ring.
We prefer the term indentured servitude.
Sorry, the prisoners with jobs.
I want you to dismantle that. And all of the children that they've killed their families, I want to make an orphanage of that.
Oh.
One of the houses.
Wow.
Probably the spring one because it was my favorite.
Oh, very well. Dropping down and already starting to run. Very well. I will make sure that the proper paperwork is set up for that. You will be expected within the next few days. All you must do is sign off on it, and then it shall be done.
But before we get to turning any of these places into an orphanage, is it at all possible that we are allowed to just examine the estates just to make sure everything's fine?
The gnome turns to Polo and just kind of goes, "And who are you?"
Polo is he's one of my most trusted confidants, and I would love to visit each estate to see if they are up to my standards. Good sir.
You know what? I should make you do a persuasion check, but considering the circumstances, you don't need to because you already own all that.
That sucks. I really want to use my deception check at some point because it's a +5, and I get a proficiency +3 bonus too with it. That's a +8.
You want to talk? You want me to rewind and you like tell them what's going on? I can. If you want to use it.
Okay.
Go for it. Okay, Polo, you have the floor. Go for it.
I mean, I don't know what I use it for now. That's the thing, is that...
Persuade him that you are in an authoritative position to see if...
Respect my authority.
You're my husband or something.
Okay.
I don't care.
Alright.
He's my boyfriend. Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Sure, yeah.
No, when we play D&D, the boyfriend shit stops.
That's a bad idea, actually. Because you...
Oh shit! Yeah, that is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Good, solid point.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead. Well, okay, so it's 16.
He just kind of looks at you very inquisitively for a moment. And then he turns back to Davina and goes, Does this one speak for you?
Usually.
Good enough for me. Sir Polo, you speak for her?
Yes.
Very well. Very well. Then you can act on her behalf. Then we'll make sure the paperwork is written up for that as well.
Excellent.
Very well then. We will make sure that the paperwork for the dismantling of the Balmaris, for the Balmaris' arm of the indentured servitude trade company shall be dismantled. The paperwork for that will take a couple days, but until then, the estates are yours, as is all of their assets and possessions. Will that be all, Lady Balmaris?
Yes, it will.
Very well. And then he just kind of hops off his chair, gathers up his papers again, tips his hat.
Sir, excuse me. I did not catch your name.
Ivorin. My name is Ivorin.
I don't believe you!
He kicks you in the shin.
Roll the hit. Roll the hit.
Excuse me, I am second in command of the woman you answer to.
Roll for damage.
Roll
for damage. Roll for damage.
Roll for damage for D12.
You should
With a D12.
should apologize. You know it's good for you.
He goes like, very well. I apologize, Sir Polo. Will that be all?
Yes, I think that will be.
He tips his hat, turns 180, and just waddles out of the Greyblade's headquarters.
I like how I'm the most unpleasant character, but that is the first character that doesn't like me.
He doesn't like any of you except Davina.
Charming. You're the bad boy of the group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the damaged one. Yeah.
You're the shadow. You're the Shadow the Hedgehog.
Be like, I can fix him.
I can fix him.
I can fix him.
Trust me, I'm speaking of someone that's like speaking from like experience of wanting all of the bad guys when I was a child.
I'm not saying I want to, but I understand.
So what I just gathered from this conversation, we're going on vacation.
I believe, and this is my opinion, I was going to talk to you all about it because I kind of thought that something like this could happen. I would like to use each one of their houses as either a safe place for us if we're traveling, and use them during the other times that we're not there as for good, like an orphanage or something. But the house in, why am I blanking on what it's called where we are right now?
Acheron.
Thank you. I almost said Avalon, and I was like, nope. Wrong fandom. Acheron.
Kingdoms of Amalur, yeah.
I believe that, would you guys like an actual house?
I will take you up on that offer, but I think we need to investigate the houses first.
I'm just now realizing that this is gonna turn into Konosuba, where they all finally get the mansion.
We fought a god in one of these mansions. I think it's important we investigate what the hell is going on.
Like I said, Polo, I completely agree, but that could be a good, if we don't feel like sleeping for the rest of our whatever we have here in the quarters of the actual Greyblades, I believe that we could have our own house. I'd be fine with that.
I'm not going to say no to a house.
I'm good with that. I don't like this.
As you've been saying that it's too cold, Volthric is walking right past you, and he just got any.
He's like, you're right. It is too cold.
Yeah, all of you just get a heavy scent of winter mint as he walks by.
It's a mint. New type of old spice sauce.
He's like, oh yes, thank you for noticing, and then he just keeps walking.
And then all of a sudden he turns back, but instead of him, it's Terry Crews.
Old spices for Greyblades! All right, so Davina is now the proud owner of literally everything the Balmaris has ever owned.
I was gonna change my name.
Where
I don't think I
shall we
will
go?
anymore.
Keep the name, use the money.
Yeah, I think I will.
Screw the rules. We have money now.
It's at this point you'd be the only one using the name, so it's not like anyone could besmirch it.
You know, I don't... You know, I always like to let you guys know where to go and what to do, but just this once, I just want to see what your faces would be like. If you ever do want to know just how much money the Balmaris has had, you can just go to any bank in Akron and just ask for, like, an account note, and you'll have a number.
Well,
Can
you
we
need-
go to or do we just keep the number one priority?
Said Volthric as he was walking past.
Thanks, exposition, fairy Volthric.
You're welcome. And then he flies away.
A deus ex machina.
I think I'm gonna make their name right.
Yeah!
Aw.
Change history by changing the future.
My mom made another hashtag fix polo.
We love your mom.
He still needs to get laid. Get him laid first, then fix him.
Yes. Laying pipe first.
But she also said make Balmaris
Priorities.
a better name. So, you know.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna go in my bedroom and contemplate my life choices now that I actually am a lady.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I would like to say something real quick.
Yes, yep.
We do have. I mean, I do hear that Anne Marie has a bit of a plumbing problem, so I think Polo should go over there and lay some pipe.
Bye-bye.
I win.
He's getting his riot stick. I hope you realize that. Yep, there he comes. Here he comes. Oh no, he doesn't have his riot
Disadvantage on your next roll, yep. Someone's gotta frickin' nerf you.
stick, baby.
Oh wait, I gotta do what I normally do.
There we go. There it is.
There it is. Yep. He's got a Nerf gun.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Do any of us? I don't.
Wait, can I just make a point that when Davina's in her room, she's listening to that song. How could this happen?
Happen to me.
I'm
Nowhere.
But now you're not sick of this life. So what do all of you else do? This will be the last thing that you all do before you go to bed tonight.
Ooh, let's who wants to do an evening meditation screaming in the courtyard?
Again.
I love you so much.
Arias, come on over, let's go.
Okay, so Arios, anyone else joining her?
I probably need it.
Polo's going back. Anyone else?
Davina, it's also great to, celebrate by screaming.
Oh, fine. I guess I won't go to my room and listen to my sad music. I'll come to the courtyard with you.
All right, so we have Mistral, Polo, Arios, and Davina are going to have a screaming session. You guys are now in the courtyard. What do you do?
Okay, so I space everybody out, 6 feet apart, social distancing in a world without corona. I kind of stand at the front and I fix my hair for a moment and I'm like, okay, everybody, I need you to close your eyes. I need you to breathe in. Now reach for the sky. And then when you bring your arms down, just let it out. Let it out for the whole world to hear.
All right, Arios, Polo, Davina, I want you all to roll performance checks.
like
What's
plus
my performance? I don't even know.
Whatever you say.
Do I need
Grinch.
to do a performance?
I got an 11.
18.
Oh.
I got a nat 20.
All right. So, Davina, you scream first, and it's a normal scream. There's nothing about it. You feel good now that you let it out. Polo, being a tiefling, and for rolling high, you not only scream, but it actually kind of sounds like a roar. Like there's a little bit of a hot roar in there. Maybe a couple little tiny little things of flame came out of your mouth. But yeah, that one's very impressive. Arios, on the other hand, being an air genasi and rolling a nat 20, the moment you let out a scream, coming out of your mouth is this hurricane-level wind, and it just blows out of your mouth as you are screaming. It just starts bouncing around. The wind bounces around the walls of the inside of the courtyard, and you basically create this localized tornado that just erupts out of the center of the Greyblade's headquarters. People walking outside are just like, oh, yeah. Because everyone in the city now is seeing this giant tornado just come out of the building of Hunter Warriors.
It's all that pent up aggression being rejected by Davina.
Genies, man.
Yeah, right.
Genies, I tell you.
Yeah, right now Arios is screaming out, "Horny!"
DM gets inspiration.
Unfortunately, Polo and Yip have no idea what you said because the winds blowing around in the courtyard are much too loud and violent. You guys, Polo, Yip, and Mistral, I need all three of you to make Davina, Mistral, and Polo, I need you to make Dex saving throws.
Oh god.
Okay.
10.
Is this what we add initiative to?
No,
or-
just a Dex saving throw.
I mean, technically, yes.
Okay.
This initiative is technically.
Okay, hold on. Don't tell me your rolls just yet. Wait until everyone rolls.
I got a nat 20.
Polo, what did you roll?
18.
All right, you all succeed. All of you, just before the winds have taken like full of.
Wait, what about Yip? Yip didn't say.
Yip's not there.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you did say my name earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean you. I'm sorry. That was just me. Polo, Mistral, and Davina, you all successfully grip hard on a tree, and your legs are like dangling in the air as just this wind.
And I'm like, oh my god, I wish.
Davina, you are losing some of your feathers from just how violent this wind is, and then when Arios is finally done screaming and the winds die down, like, okay, for visual, if you guys have seen the movie Twister with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, it looks like the final moment in that movie where they're attached to the pipe and they actually see the inside of the tornado. That's what you guys are in right now.
By the way, guys, my brother's cat, his cat's name is Bill Paxton because Bill Paxton was his favorite actor.
May Bill Paxton rest in peace. The actor, not the cat.
No, Billy Boy is he is a very healthy cat.
The winds die down. Arios, you just kind of stand there and you just have this feeling like, oh, I feel better now. The courtyard.
Just looked at him and it's like, oh my god, that was amazing.
The courtyard is destroyed. Luckily, aside from the tree that you all gripped on for dear life, all the trees are uprooted. Every single blade of grass and flowers have all been just ripped out of the ground. This place is a mess. At this...
I look over at Davina and I say, well, we know what you first.
Say that again?
I said, I look over at Davina and I say, well, I know what that money you got is used for first.
Yeah, I should really pay for this, shouldn't I? I mean, I got enough now, so what does it matter, right?
You still have yet
Oh
to
my
truly know how much money you have in the bank. Hint, hint.
Is it too late for us to go to the bank? It's too late for us to go to the bank.
It is too late for you to go to the bank. You can do that tomorrow.
It's too late to go to the bank.
Okay, so Arios, Mistral, Polo, Davina, that was your thing. Adarax, Eden, and Yip, are you guys going to be doing anything?
I'm fixing a window.
Adarax, you find that the broken window leads to the Greyblade's library, and thankfully no actual books have been damaged. It seems like once that huge chunk of ice burst through the window, it then just kind of tumbled onto the floor. Maybe have knocked over, like...
And it melted.
Yeah, there's just
damage.
Yeah, there's just a puddle there now. The carpet's wet, but it's just water. A couple of the librarians of the Greyblades there, they don't know it was you that did it. They just saw ice go through the window. So they are actually very kind to you, and they think that, oh, well, what a good Samaritan you are helping fix the window.
Aww, we won't tell him nothing.
Adarax, are you doing anything else, or are you just fixing the window?
I'm gonna fix that window first, and I'll see if the rest of the party has anything else going on before the end of the night.
Okay, then we will move on to Eden. Are you going to be doing anything before you turn in?
Yes, actually. I am going to do possibly a stupid. I am going to have a drink and contemplate what the fucking dreams mean. Like, what could be behind them.
All right, so you head down to the bar, and you actually sit at the bar this time. Being a Greyblade, you are given a complimentary ale. Ales are free for Greyblade hunters. Any other alcoholic drinks you do have to pay for. So you're given a free pint right there. And as you're sipping, the images come back to you. The windy black void, that humanoid-shaped void. Like, I really can't think of any other adjectives right now.
The voidy void. The void that voids.
The void.
Just goes void.
You try to recall any...
Anxiety monster.
Yeah, your anxiety monster.
Your sleep paralysis demon.
There you go.
And
basically, it's a paralysis demon if it keeps on trying to get to her when she's sleeping. Or, I'm sorry, when he's sleeping.
So you contemplate and you just think about it. Roll me a history check. How much?
16.
16. All right. You can actually say with relative confidence that you have no idea what this creature is. You're not even sure if it's a sentient creature. So for all you know, it actually could be just a personification of your anxieties, because like, you guys are the first group of hunter warriors to ever go up against like gods and go through the trials, and like, you guys have only ever gone through this stuff. It's safe to say no other hunters have ever gone through the things that you have. So for all you know, this could very well be your brain just trying to make sense of all the what the hell that you have been going through right now. And you yourself definitely feel a greater sense of anxiety because you're the one who constantly possesses the orb. So for all you know, you feel like you're not just constantly at odds with monsters and gods and such, but now your anxiety makes you think that you, not you as a group, but you, Eden, are targeted.
Oh shit.
Have fun with that.
Why are you such an asshole?
Because I'm the DM. All right. Eden, are you going to be doing anything else?
I'm gonna finish my drink and then go to bed.
Okay, Yip, you are the final one before we turn in.
Okay, so learning from last night, I'm not gonna go.
Say that again?
Learning from last night, I'm not gonna drink. But instead, I'm actually gonna go to. Is there sort of a general store, maybe a leather shop that I can just get some leather? Because I wanna, just so I don't get like chain burn, I want to make some gloves.
Oh.
I have leatherworks tools, and I have a history of working with leather. Might as well make some leather gloves.
All right. Then yes, you definitely can still do this. You are able to catch a leather working and tannery shop just before it closes. The shop owner,
like this.
the shop owner, who ironically is a minotaur, he at first seems kind of annoyed that you are coming in 5 minutes before he locks up shop. But then he sees the Grey Blade badge on your chest, and he instantly, like, wipes his hands and he goes like, "Oh, noble Grey Blade, how may we help you?"
I'm terribly sorry for being just before close, but I just need maybe 2.5 feet, 5 feet of leather. Just nothing much, just some leather.
Do you have a preference in, like, color or thickness?
No, just basic brown leather. Nothing special.
All right, not a problem. And he quickly, like, walks over behind the desk. You're basically in the cloth section of a Hobby Lobby, where he takes out this whole bolt of just flat brown leather, and he just kind of like rolls the spool over the counter, and he just kind of like puts his hand on a section of it, goes like, "How's this?"
That's perfect.
All right, he takes like a huge like roller blade, kind of like a giant pizza cutter, and he just like slowly makes a clean slice. Then he like wraps up the spool a bit, takes the cut off leather, kind of folds it nicely for you. And he goes like, will that be all, sir?
Yeah, no, that is perfect. Thank you. How much?
You can see him visibly calm down, like, "Oh, thank God, this was a fast transaction." He goes like, this here will be 10 silver, sir."
All right. And I hand him the 10 silver.
All right, he graciously takes the 10 silvers. He gives you like a bow as he gives you the huge the bag that has your leather in it.
All right, thank you.
Now
I rush out of the store. Now
you rush out of the store right when he turns the sign from open to close, and he just goes and he just has like a yes as you walk away. So you make it back to your room. Are you going to try and make your leather gloves now or make them later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make it before bed.
Okay, awesome. Since okay, so you have a history with leather making. You already have leather making tools and such. So not only are you going to have like, not only will you be able to add your proficiency with this, but due to your history, you're also going to get advantage. And the most time you can work on this is 2 hours. So you'll still be able to squeeze in a long rest.
Got it. And that was a athletics? Yes?
There should be no. I never specify.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you.
Does leatherworking tools specify?
Let me double check.
Atarax says it does. I saw a nod right there.
Oh, there we go. And if the Dragonborn says it, it must be true, because he is best boy.
Way too much trust. Only Dragonborn.
Bonus to any ability check using. It just says any ability check you make using the tools.
Okay, so then for the sake of simplicity's sake, we'll say that because you're using like intricate little like finger movements to like cut the leather, sew it, make sure that it's molded right, we'll make this a dexterity check.
Got it.
So dexterity check with your proficiency and advantage because you have a history as a leather maker.
All right, that is a 26.
All right. So, well, now what was the dice roll? What was the dice by itself?
It was a 19 on the die.
A
I
ni-
rolled with advantage.
Okay, nice. A 19. That is perfect. So you easily know exactly what it is that you want and how to make it. This doesn't take you 2 hours. This takes you like an hour and 10 minutes. You easily have like these perfectly fine, very nice, very comfy leather brown gloves. You can officially add leather gloves to your inventory right now. Will that be all for you?
Yeah, that'll be all.
All right. With that being said, all of you turn in for the night. Eden.
Yeah.
Oh, joy. Hold on, really quickly. For reference, do they look like these or are they actual gloves?
They're like actual gloves.
Actual gloves.
Okay. These are cooler.
Wow.
So Eden, once again like last time, you find yourself again in that black void. It is windy, it is violent, and you can't see shit. This time, however... Oh no! We lost Leah.
Oh no!
This time, however...
They're drawing one.
Through... You're fine. This time, however, Eden, you actually do see the figure standing before you. And it just kind of stares at you, unblinking. Its head kind of twitches to the side. And it just kind of like hunches. It slowly hunches.
Oh my god.
And then it just starts to skulk towards you. Like, if you imagine the movements of the necromorphs from Dead Space, that's how it's like lumbering towards you right now. Yeah, Leah and Atarax know what I'm talking about.
This ain't it, G.
All right.
It's nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it is like, as it's lumbering towards you, it's actually getting faster and faster. And Eden, you find that you cannot move. You look down and you can't even see your own body right now. You are just consumed in the void. But then after you're done looking up, you look right up. The thing is right at your face. And it's just staring at you. And then slowly, as its hands are on your face, and they're just like slowly like feeling every inch and curve of your head. And you see not really a mouth, but you see like a slightly blacker void where a mouth would be, and it's just slowly opening. But before anything can happen, a bright green light shines right next to you. And then suddenly, like lumbering forward in its adult form, is the owlbear. And it just starts walking, towards you both. It doesn't seem angry or aggressive. It just kind of, as it's walking towards you, it looks both at you and at the black creature. The black creature just kind of like instantly takes its hands off of you, kind of backs away a bit, and then scurries away like a squirrel through the dark, just vanishes. The owlbear just kind of looks to where it ran off, very inquisitively, not at all concerned or mad. And then it just kind of looks at you, and then it just kind of like leans its head and just starts to kind of lick your hands.
Because it's baby.
It is baby.
For once, you actually sleep peacefully tonight.
For reference.
Well, it's bigger, technically.
Davina.
Fuck. Yeah.
One day everybody's gonna have nightmares.
you find yourself standing once again in that mirrored landscape where it looks like you're just standing on a mirror. And there's just open sky all around you. Once again, before you is Navarth. And he just kind of... You're just done with this guy, aren't you?
I got your money, bitch!
Navarth just kind of like, he has all those cuts and injuries like that he inflicted, and yet he's still... He has everything you gave him during that fight. And yet he's still standing there like nothing's wrong. And he just kind of slowly turns his head and just kind of looks at you and goes like, why did you do it? He just turns towards you. He's now walking towards you, and as he does, his flesh actually starts to like rot off his body. All of those open wounds are...
Can I try to talk to him?
You can certainly try.
I say to
No
him,
words come out of your mouth.
oh, come on! Alright.
Like you try to speak, but no sound comes out. And you find slowly find yourself sinking into the mirror. Like ankles, then knees. You look down to see, but then you look back up. Navarth is like standing over you. All of his flesh has basically rotted off, and you just now see this desecrated corpse. But he is still standing there like, I thought you loved me. You wake up in a cold sweat.
No.
Everyone else, you sleep peacefully.
Great.
Lunesta, baby!
Oh, sweet, sweet melatonin.
God. I don't need it. I don't want it.
All right.
Call me Mr. Dopamine.
All right. It is
I'm
now...
gonna get Polo to lay some pipe.
It is now morning once again. We'll say that for the sake of everyone to be awake, it is now like 9 in the morning. It's another gorgeous day in Acheron. The headquarters is in full swing. And all of you now finally recall this is Anne-Marie's day off.
Yeah.
It's the day.
So, what do you guys do?
Well, first we gotta go see Gary. We gotta take him to go see Gary to get him a suit. We gotta get him a suit.
Okay, for a little bit of context, Josh, Gary is this elf fashion store owner who is the flamiest flame who ever flamed. And he dresses like in all colors. He's got the biggest kind of pimp hat with the biggest feather coming out of it. Like, he is the... If you look up the definition of fabulous in the dictionary, it's a picture of him.
Oh, you know it.
Exactly! That's exactly what he sounds like.
Oh, you know it, honey. I got all the things, okay?
Alright, so...
I grew up near Beverly Hills, okay? I get how... I know.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this is Benedict's brother that we don't really talk about. His name is Trevor.
Oh, Benny, how are you doing today? Trevor, get the fuck out of here.
Hi, Trevor.
You know you're not.
Wait. Astra's right next to you. Hi, Trevor. We're going much later.
Okay, back on topic. Okay, so Polo, since you know what today is, what do you do?
I guess I'm going to Gary's.
Gary's.
Okay, so all of you have a quick breakfast before you all exit the headquarters, and you all walk up to Uptown, where all of like the nice fashion high-class stores are, And you walk into Gary's, and he is just like, he's reading a magazine and such as he's sitting at his counter. His long legs are just planted on it. He just kind of looks at you and he goes like, "Oh well, oh my. It is such a pleasure to see all of you. Oh, I haven't seen you in so long. Oh, ow. How was the mission to Lunas? Tell me everything."
No time, Gary. We gotta get this man a suit. He has a date tonight.
What we're saying is we're trying to get Polo. We're trying to get him laid.
Gary looks at Polo and goes like, He just kind of looks up and down at you.
We're gonna need a lot of work.
I think I have a couple things that might work. And as he does, he puts his arm around your shoulders and he's just having a casual conversation with you about like who Anne-Marie is, what your guys are planning. You seem to be letting Anne-Marie take the lead because you're using the frame of she's giving you a tour of the city while you both hang out. And then you hear his conversation just kind of die off as they round the corner. And then you hear it coming louder again as they walk up the other hallway. And then all of a sudden, Polo, you are clean shaven. Your hair is combed. You are wearing a nice black suit. You have no clue how he got all of that on you right now.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Man.
Of course now, like, Gary just kind of looks at you. He just kind of looks at you like, he got a nice white button-up top, black suit. You got a nice tie here, and he goes like, no, it's not gonna work. Rips off the tie off of your neck, and he actually unbuttons the first 3 buttons so you can show a little chest right there. And he goes like, there we go.
Oh, Polo.
No homo, but I do it.
You up.
So, will this work?
If you say so.
I know it
You're the
will.
expert, Gary.
I know it will work. And he just kind of dances over to the... I feel kind of bad that I'm making this guy just like a stereotype. But I'm having fun with him.
Beverly Hills Cop, like, character, basically.
Yeah, something like that. So many cats. All right. So with that said, he hops over to behind the register. And however, he just kind of looks at you all with a big smile, and he just goes, normally for a full suit like that, I'd normally charge like 300 gold for something like that. However, for you, I'm only going to charge you 100, and as soon as you're done, you tell me how that date went.
Deal.
I'll never say no to a bargain, so fine.
All right, you pay him the 100 gold, and you are...
No. I put my hand on Polo's chest, and I say, take it out of the Balmaris fund out of the bank.
Look at that, I've got a sugar mommy.
Oh, and Gary just kind of goes like, oh, the Balmaris family. Oh, I have most of all of the textiles in my shop. All right, I'll just have you write me up a check then.
What if I told you my last name was Balmaris and that I am the last remaining?
Oh, yes, I heard such a terrible tragedy that happened with him.
Yes, tragedy.
And like he puts a hand on you, goes like, I am so sorry.
But your family is shit.
Well then, if that will be the case, I would just need you to write me up a check right now.
There's checks?
That's totally fine.
That's actually a thing. You have to write like a bank note that he can then take to the bank and he can deduct the money. That's a thing.
That's a thing in D&D.
That's how money works.
No, I know, but this is a fantasy realm.
Hold up. Is there a banker out here?
Actually, here's the thing. You don't really need to write up like a check. You need to have like official parchments. You would have to write down literally everything and then put your seal on it.
Oh shit. Well, I I can't do that for you yet, Polo, but I'll pay that. Sorry.
Okay,
God,
so
I'm gonna have a bad ass.
okay, so
How
so
much
you
money do I have? Hang on.
Under equipment.
You got enough?
Under equipment? Okay.
Yeah.
I've only got 77 gold.
Okay, Yip slams 100 gold on
Okay.
the thing.
Oh wow. Okay, we're doing this. Okay, so Yip is now out on.
What do you have?
I have 415 left.
Okay.
Good for you, proud. All right.
What you been doing, Bird?
We have been stealing from the Balmars for the past like 3 sessions.
You know that's all right, because you did get that entire stuff.
Because he did, the god did pay for my spear, so I got 300 there.
That's right.
And then I got like 70 from robbing the stepdad or the father-in-law, and then I had 100 from making my character.
Okay, so Yip pays for the nice suit, and Davina will pay him back the next time you find yourselves in a bank. Are there any other preps that you're going to do?
Okay.
I look at the group and I say, any suggestions?
I heard flowers.
All right.
Buy condoms.
I'm here.
Do they have
Yeah, but they're all pigskin.
Oh, no, they could be lambskin. They could be
Yeah,
lambskin.
that's true too.
But I mean, are they...
We live in a fantasy world, and there hasn't been a wizard that created like a sperm nullifying spell or something.
How did we get here?
Hashtag.
We're trying to get a man laid, not. We're trying to get him laid, not get an STI.
You know I'm not actually going to act this out with Evan, right? Like, I just want to make that...
You don't know that.
I'm
the DM. What I say goes.
Suddenly 18 plus street.
Okay, but seriously, do you guys do anything else to help Polo out, or do you think he's ready?
About as ready as he'll ever be.
All right, so you all head back to the Greyblades, and actually standing close to the entrance, talking to one of the receptionists, is Anne-Marie, the pink-haired halfling girl, and she's just chatting with one of her friends and such, and then she kind of looks over, sees Polo, and she's just like waving with a really big smile and such.
Yip kind of like.
I nudged Polo. Go get your girl.
My boy's all grown up. Oh.
All right.
Arios just kind of puts his hand on Polo's shoulder and goes, "Okay, don't screw this up."
Don't fuck this
I
up.
look at Polo and I nudge him and I just say, "Go get your girl, Polo."
Yip says, "Listen, I'm living vicariously through you. Don't fuck this up."
Love life.
My love life is literally dead. Don't fuck this up for me.
Oh.
I got two.
Yeah, that turned.
Arios, I sent you something, and yes, Atarax?
I cast a cantrip called Guidance on Polo.
So that we can all watch him
Once before the spell ends, the target can add a D4 to an ability check of their choice.
Charisma.
Oh my
Okay,
God, yes.
Okay, so you cast guidance on Polo, and Polo, all of a sudden, you actually have a clear idea on what you have to do. Like you like you just feel this clarity in your head on what is expected.
Wow, wouldn't it be great if that was real?
Yeah.
He basically gave you Felix Felicis.
Last call. Is anyone gonna help him out?
I don't have anything.
Oh.
Arios.
That's my other OC, the one with the
Wait. Hold on. Arios, what are you doing?
Ariel's gonna play some jazzy, you know,
Kenny G.
background to kind of help him out there.
Okay, so Polo, you are also going to get bardic inspiration for the day.
Great.
Can monks give them anything?
What do what is that for? What is that gonna help me with?
Okay, so guidance gives you like a bonus for the day in one of your stats. And bardic inspiration. What?
Guidance lasts for a minute. It's a D4 to any ability check.
D4.
And then
bardic inspiration.
And then bardic inspiration gives you a D4 to all of your rolls.
D6.
D6, thank you.
Okay.
For the sake of plot and not so much following the rules as written, we're going to say that guidance and bardic inspiration will last the duration of the date.
You're so kind.
Because I want to see what happens. So, Carly, be sure to take note that he has guidance and bardic inspiration, because you're the note taker of the party here. So, seeing you approach, Anne-Marie just kind of walks up, and she's actually dressed rather nicely as well. It's slightly bit more casual than you, but it's not like her work uniform. And she just goes like, wow, you clean up very well.
And I say, thank you. You look lovely too.
And she just kind of has a smile. And she goes like, so, you ready to see what all Acheron has in store?
Yes, it would be nice to see the positive side of this town for once.
All right. Without hesitating, she instantly walks up next to you and puts her arm around yours. And she just goes like, well, you just follow me. And you both watch Anne-Marie and Polo exit the headquarters. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, yeah.
To next week.
My big scene's coming up.
I want to see him get laid tonight.
Oh.
Gotta happen.
Unfortunately, we are getting close to when we typically do log off, but next week we'll be committed solely to the date. So, Josh, if you can make that, you will have front row seats.
My big scene is coming up.
And now
you can grab your front row seat is by subscribing this Twitch channel and our YouTube channel. Not really our YouTube channel. It's Evan's YouTube channel. But anyways, if you subscribe to both the Twitch and the YouTube channel, you'll have front row seats to next week's date night.
Song of the Wild's date night gonna get crunk.
Okay, everybody be on your best behavior next week. Dress your best. You need to back him up, okay? Dress your best.
You becomes a waiter at the restaurant, like.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be that anime episode where the main character goes on a date and all of the other members of the harem spy on them.
It's Oron.
It's Oron.
Yeah.
All right then.
It's
So
Oron.
with that being said, thank you all so much for joining us on this very fun stream. It's nice to have a session that's a lot more laid back. Like always, our sessions will be uploaded to my personal YouTube page, and we will post them once it's fully uploaded. And we will also make an announcement soon of when our next session is going to be. Sunday at 7 most likely, but hey, you never know. So yeah.
On the Son of the Wild, why can't I talk right now? Son of the Wild official Instagram.
Yes, the announcements will also be on Song of the Wild's official, which is the name of the Instagram there. So, take care, guys. Have fun, and we will see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah.